Let's do it. All right, good morning. 36th District Court is now in session. I am Judge Shannon A. Holmes, and I'm serving as the presiding judge on this morning. You are in my courtroom for one of three reasons. First, either you are a part of our specialty court, or you are being processed for specialty court, or your last name begins with the letter A. If you do not fall within one of those categories, please hang up and call the courtroom clerk at area code 313-965-2280. 313-965-2280 so that we can get you to the right spots. If you are on this morning and you are retained counsel on a traffic matter, you must check in with the courtroom clerk by calling the same number, area code 313-965-2280. If you are a member of law enforcement and you are here on a traffic matter, you must also call and check in with the clerk by calling area code 313-965-2280. On this morning, I am going to ask that all individuals please keep your device on mute until your case has been called. Also, if you need to leave the screen, I've set my device up because I don't want to look at circus pictures and things of that nature. We are in court. We are also airing live by way of YouTube. So please make sure that you are dressed appropriately for court at all times. If you need to move around, turn your camera off so that I don't have to turn it off and then I forget about you. Turn your camera off if you need to move around. I will not handle your case this morning. If you are driving a motor vehicle, you cannot do that while you are on Zoom. And so you will need to pull over when your case is called so that we can service you. I will not service you while you are driving. With that, I am going to ask that the specialty court attorneys place your appearance on the record. And before you do so, I do want to indicate that my apologies for having to start a few minutes late this morning. I did not wrap up a telephone conference in a timely fashion, business related for the court. And so I just wrapped it up and now I'm ready to proceed. And so with that, I'll have the attorneys place your appearance on the record. And after you do so, please tell me if there are any preliminary matters that you need the court to address before we get started this morning.
May it please this honorable court, Darnell Barton, P83363 on behalf of specialty courts. I'm sorry, can you hear me, Your Honor?
I can now. We had to turn it up on our end. Thank you, Attorney Barton, and good morning to you. Thank you for your patience this morning.
Absolutely, Your Honor. Good morning to you.
And good morning, Your Honor. Herman Griffin, P77169 on behalf of specialty courts.
And good morning, Your Honor. I was brought in.
Oh, wait a minute. I didn't hear Mr. Griffin all the way. I just heard good morning.
Can you hear me now, Your Honor?
I can hear you, yes.
Okay, Herman Griffin, P77169 on behalf of Specialty Courts.
All right. Good morning, Mr. Griffin.
Good morning.
And then Mr. Fikens.
Yes, Your Honor. Robert Fikens, P31894, Drug Treatment Court or Specialty Court defense attorney. And I think that's enough. Thank you, Judge.
You came back today, Mr. Fikens. This is
I
not
did.
even your day. Thank you for being here.
No problem, Judge.
All right, very good. I also see Captain Johnson is with us on this morning from the Detroit Police Department. Captain Johnson, I'm going to have you place your appearance on the record, and I'm so happy to see you this morning.
Good morning, Judge. It's good to see you, Captain Javon Johnson, currently assigned to the 11th Precinct Specialty Court DPD liaison.
All right, thank you, Captain Johnson. And so before I start calling the docket, let me find out, I'm sorry, the case managers. I see you're on my screen first, Mr. Curtis. If you could place your appearance on the record.
Good morning, Judge and everyone. Jordan Curtis, Mental Health Court Case Manager.
All right, thank you, Mr. Curtis. Good morning. And then Ms. Taylor.
Good morning, Jasmine Taylor, Mental Health Court Case Manager.
All right, good morning, Ms. Taylor. Are there any preliminary matters for the court to entertain on this morning before I start calling the docket?
None to my awareness, Your Honor.
Judge, I believe there's a Mr. Al Daylam. I know I'm butchering his name because he's on the A docket, Your Honor, and I could go into a breakout room with him at the court's convenience.
All right. Good morning to you, Ms. Wilson. If you could place Attorney Fikens and any individuals that are on with the last name beginning with an A in a breakout room, and I'm going to ask that you please accept the invitation from the court reporter. Thank you so much. All right. With that, I am ready to call the docket. I do have a preliminary matter. Mr. Attorney Barton and Attorney Griffin, we have an intake on this morning. So if you could please go in the breakout room. I believe Mr. Curtis already has her set up.
Yep.
Ms.
That is
Horton is
correct.
with us. Who
Yes.
will go in the breakout room with Ms. Horton?
I can go, Your Honor.
Okay, go ahead. Sorry about that.
Okay. All right, Ms. Wilson, if you could place Attorney Griffin, and I believe it says in person, where did I see it? In person defendant in the breakout room. All right, Ms. Wilson, may I proceed?
Yes, Your Honor. Good morning.
Good morning. All right, I am going to start off this morning with Mr. Bissentainer. Good morning, Mr. Bissentainer.
Good morning, Your Honor.
How are you this morning?
I'm good. How are you?
I am doing well. Mr. Bissentainer, you've been with me a while. You're
Yes.
doing what you're supposed to do.
Yes.
You sure?
Yes.
All right, wonderful. Let me place your case number on the record. 19045196601. State your full name for me.
John David Vicentainer.
All right, Mr. Bissentainer, tell me what's going on with you. We staffed your case. There were no issues to report. I did indicate to the case manager that you are able to do half of your balance in community service hours. And so I want you to get started on that as soon as possible. And so you tell me, how are you doing and what have you been doing?
I'm doing well. I've been doing everything I'm supposed to. I'm feeling good mentally and physically. Everything's good at home with my family. My dad's health is continuing to improve since his accident. My mom's getting ready to retire in a couple months. So everything's good.
All right, very good. Are they still happy to have you home, Mr. Bissentainer?
Yes, of course.
All right, very good. You're being a good son, right?
Yes, of course.
Okay, I have to ask because I have sons too. And so I need to make sure everybody's being good sons. Very
Yep,
good. Helping out, right?
of course.
All right, very good. And so, Mr. Bissontainer, what kind of issues have you been facing, if any, since the last time I've seen you? It's been a while.
Nothing in particular, Your Honor. I'm feeling good right
Okay,
now about
so
everything.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
I said I'm feeling good about everything.
Very good, very good. Are you back to work?
Not yet, Your Honor. I'm working on that still.
Anything you need us to help you with respect to your job search?
Not right now. I have some interviews coming up, so I'll keep the court updated.
All right, very good. I hope that things go well for you. I
Thank
really do. What do you think is helping you stay on track right now, Mr. Bissontainer?
Mental health treatment, my family support, being in a good environment. I think that those are really what is most important for me right now.
All right, very good. Sir, I'm never gonna talk to you laying out, so get your life together. And that thing on your head and all that good stuff. Let's get that together. We're in court. All right. And so, Mr. Bissontainer, I want to encourage you to continue to do the things that are helping you to be in a good place, okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. And we're here to help you continue to do those things. All right?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Do you have any questions for the team this morning?
No, Your Honor.
No questions? All right. Ms. Taylor, you have Mr. Bissontainer?
Yes, Judge.
All right. Anything additional to report?
No, Judge, not at this time. He's doing very well.
All right. What phase is Mr. Bissontainer in?
He is in phase 2.
All right. And he's on track?
Yes, he is.
All right. Very good. Anything from you, Attorney Barton, as to Mr. Bissontainer?
No, Your Honor. Keep up the good work, sir. Good to see you.
All right.
Thank
Very
you.
good.
Mhm.
If nothing else, Ms. Taylor, what's next for Mr. Bissontainer? So what I've been doing is when you all schedule your face-to-face, I'm going to see the person the following week in court. Okay?
If I'm understanding correctly, Judge, don't you want the face-to-face in 2 weeks and then their court date is on the 3rd week then, right?
No, you can still do the face-to-face. I'm sorry, you said 2 weeks. Yes,
Yeah, the face-to-face is in 2 weeks and then a court.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I just wanted to make
the
sure.
following week.
All
Yes,
right.
ma'am.
So then the face-to-face date is going to be March 23rd, 2022. And then the virtual court appearance will be on March 30th, 2022 at 8:35 a.m.
All right. Did you get that, Mr. Bissontainer?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, wonderful. It's so good to see you today. Hopefully, we're going to start getting you wrapped up for completion. Okay?
I look forward to it, Your Honor.
All right, wonderful. Take good care of yourself.
You as well.
Thank you. Have a good day. Bye-bye. All right. I am now going to go to Miss Allen. Is Devin Allen on? Miss Allen? Where are you? I see you, Miss Allen. You changed it up on me, didn't you?
Yes, ma'am.
And you are smiling today.
Yes, ma'am.
That means we're happy about something.
Yes, ma'am. I'm happy about my sobriety and being home with my children.
Yes, ma'am. I'm happy for you. Thank you for your patience. Thank you for trusting us to make some good decisions for you, to get you on a path that when you go home, you can stay home, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, very good. Let me place your case numbers on the record. I have case number Z806-6451 and case number 125-245-811. State your full name for me, Miss Allen.
Devin Allen.
All right, Miss Allen, things are going well for you?
Yes, yes.
All right. It was reported in staffing that you are interviewing for a job, you are transitioning or you have transitioned home.
Yes.
And so you've got some really good things going on.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
All right, tell me about it. I want to hear it.
Okay, so last week I went to Block by Block. I don't know if you ever heard of that. It's
I have not.
It's cleaning up the city of Detroit, downtown area.
Okay.
So I'm waiting to hear back from them with my background check and my drug screen. And then I also.
How about that drug screen is going to be negative, Miss Allen? How about that?
Of course it is. Of course, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
You see my face? Yes, ma'am. It is going to be negative.
Yes, ma'am.
I would high five you if you were in the courtroom. All right, keep going.
And then just in case that job doesn't work out, I applied for AutoZone here in Ferndale, not too far from my daughter's apartment. So therefore, you know, I'm keeping up my prospects.
Look at you. Very good. Very good. Do you feel good about the services that you've received so far in the program?
Yes, ma'am. One is because at first I didn't understand the process, nor did I trust it. But now that I have gotten through it, you know, I trust the process. And at first I was a little mad, Your Honor, I was, but I had to understand.
Oh, I didn't know you were mad, Miss Allen. Nobody knew you were mad.
Yes, I was.
Ma'am, yes, we did. You had that old bad attitude and always frowning at me and all of that stuff. Yes, yes. And now, so that's why when you smiling, I'm like, wait a minute, y'all, she's smiling. You're not the only one. Miss Cooper used to treat me that way. Miss Sharp. Let me go through the list. Let me see who else used to treat me bad. That's about it for right now. That's all I can say. Listen. But at some point you realize we're really here to help you, right?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
All right. Very
and
good.
I'm very appreciative because now I have a better and a new outlook on life. And I just make sure my kids doesn't ever see me the way that they viewed me at first, you know, because like I told y'all, I didn't know that I was really hurting them. Because I did not see who I really was, and I didn't think I could get back to who I once was. So yes, ma'am.
And you definitely can. And you're doing it. You're doing it. You're doing it, Miss Allen.
Thank you.
You're doing it. All right. Mr. Curtis. Mr. Curtis did staff yesterday. Anything additional you want to share about Miss Allen?
Your Honor, nothing additional. I did see Miss Allen on Monday. I did do a home visit, and so she's living in a good environment, and so she's doing well. So.
All right, very good. Now, Miss Allen, I heard you missed a session, but it was because you had a job interview. And so I'm not gonna. I'm a fuss about that on the download today. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
All right. I want you to make sure you stay engaged in your services. Okay. Because we know it works, right?
Yes. Yes. Definitely.
All right. So when we know what works, we have to make sure we get up and we do it at whatever cost.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. That's my fussing on the download today. There you go. You have any questions for the team today, Ms. Allen?
No, not at all. Not at all. No, ma'am.
No questions. All right. Mr. Curtis, what's next? Oh, I'm sorry. Attorney Barton, anything you'd like to add?
Just briefly, Your Honor, Ms. Allen was speaking of, you know, and I really felt like I hope everybody was paying attention. Like she was talking about how it related to her children and how she saw it, how it was affecting her children. Like that. Low key, it touched me. I was like, all right, let me make sure I'm doing what I need to do as a parent. So I appreciate you, Ms. Allen. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Absolutely. Keep doing your thing.
I am.
All right. All right, Mr. Curtis, what's next for Ms. Allen?
So Ms. Allen will be returning March 23rd, 2022 at 8:35.
Okay.
Okay. March 23rd, that's a travel. It is, I'll be working remotely though. Okay. I'm working on that day. Okay. All right. But I want to schedule lightly. Right. All right. All right. So we'll do Miss Allen on March 23rd, 2022 at 8:35 a.m.
Okay.
All right, Miss Allen, did you get that?
Yes, ma'am, I did.
All right, wonderful. So good to see you today. Have a wonderful rest of the week. We are here if you need us, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, take care.
You as well. Thank you.
All right, thank you. I'm going to Miss Cooper. Miss Cooper. Good morning, Stacy Cooper.
Good morning, Judge Shannon, Holmes.
All right, you know, I always hesitate when you get ready to say my name. I'm like, I don't know what she gonna call me, sister girl. I don't know what she gonna call me. Ain't no telling. You done been with me so long, you comfortable. Miss Cooper, how are you?
I'm doing well. I'm doing well.
You do. I see your face over there all full. What's going on with you? I didn't say nothing else other than the face. What'd you say?
I say I'm trying to lose some weight, but I'm good.
You're doing good. You look healthy, Miss Cooper.
Thank you.
It's a good look on you. It is. It's a good look on you. You look healthy.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. All right. I want to place your case number on the record and then let's talk. I have 200-589-9201. State your name for the record.
Stacy Cooper.
All right, Miss Cooper. What's been going on with you?
Everything's been good. Last week was stressful. We went back to the hospital. She had a real bad asthma attack. And had to be on the ventilator for a couple days.
Oh my.
But then she's home now, so I'm happy. But I had to work and then I had to go visit her. So that was pretty stressful. But other than that, everything has been good.
Miss Cooper, a couple of things. First of all, you know I like your mom. Make sure you tell your mother I'm rooting for her. I need her to get well and to stay well because I need her to continue to be on the team with us, okay?
All right.
Make sure you let her know that. And then secondly, I want to know, what did you do to handle all that stress? That's a lot. You're working, you're taking care of mom. Mom is sick. Nobody wants to be in the hospital these days. How did you handle all of that stress? I'm listening. I'm just adjusting my fan.
Okay. Really, I just give it all up to God, and I prayed a lot, and I just kept praying. I just kept praying and crying.
Let me tell you this, Miss Cooper. I'm so proud of you that you didn't go backwards. That you did whatever it took to work through the stress so you could stay on track. I am extremely proud of you.
Thank you. I almost called you though.
You almost called me and said what?
That I'm about to be in trouble, but I made it through.
Listen, Miss Cooper, I need you to make those calls. If you need to call and say, look, I think I'm about to be in trouble, by all means, pick up the phone, dial into the courtroom, call your case manager. They know how to get in touch with me. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
I know, and I appreciate that. So, but I made it through. But I did almost call you. Yeah.
You did. Yeah, you thought about my face, huh? I don't want to have to deal with that face if I do mess up. Right, Miss Cooper? I know that's what you said. You probably said some other stuff. It's okay, you made it. And so you know what that lets me know, Miss Cooper? The same way you made it through last week, you can make it through the next crisis, and through the next crisis, and through the next unexpected event, through the next stressful event. You have what it takes to make it through without going backwards. I need you to recognize that you have that. Okay?
Thank you. Thank you, I will.
And we are still here, and that's for the whole courtroom. We are here. If you need us, we're here. Call. I mean, we do go home at a certain time, but they also check voicemails and all of those things. And then when you can't get us after hours, maybe, make sure you reach out to your provider. Your providers know how to get in touch with us. They know how to pick up the phone, call Miss Taylor. Miss Taylor can get to me at all times. And look, we'll all be up working it out
And
and
Judge,
working through it.
remember
Yes,
that
ma'am.
Team Wellness also has a crisis unit. So even if it's after hours and your therapist isn't available, there is a whole team and area to handle things like that. So there's always somebody who can assist you.
That's right. And thank you, Ms. Taylor. I forgot about that. They have that crisis team in place. So there are a number of resources available. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Do you have any questions, any concerns you want to raise with the team on this morning?
None.
None? All right. How's your son doing?
Both my sons are doing just fine. My eldest son is working and doing his thing. My youngest son is preparing to go to college. So everything is doing well with them. And I think that's just because I'm doing well. So I want to give my I guess hats off to the court for keep helping me stay on track and my life.
Uh-oh, she froze up. Are you there, Ms. Cooper? I didn't hear your last part, the last little part you said.
I just said I want to give my hats off to the court for helping me keep my life together and you know, keeping myself together, because I think that's helping my boys.
Absolutely. And we want to take our hat off to you for rolling up your sleeves and jumping in and doing this work, Ms. Cooper. Mr. Attorney Barton, that's the second parent that has said, my actions impact my children. Whether they're good actions, they impact your children, or whether they are bad choices, it still impacts your children, even when they're grown-ups. Yep. Even when they're grown-ups. So especially when they're young. And so thank you, Ms. Cooper, for doing the work. I appreciate you. I really do.
Yeah.
I do. All right. Ms. Taylor, is there anything else you'd like to add as to Ms. Cooper?
Nothing in addition. I did want to just keep putting on the record that Ms. Cooper has been negative. So she is in compliance with her drug screens, and she has been negative since December 13th. So I always like to throw those dates out there and just to acknowledge that she's been clean for some months now. So I just want to congratulate her on that, because I know that's a big step.
Come on, let's give Ms. Cooper a judicial applause. Yeah. Do it, Ms. Cooper. You are working it. You are working it, ma'am. And I'm so proud of you. Ms. Taylor, I'm sorry. Was there something else? You know, I get excited when y'all share that good news.
No, there was nothing else. No, Ms. Cooper will just, she is in phase 2. So same thing, Ms. Cooper, you will have a face-to-face on March 23rd, 2022. And then you will return to court via Zoom on March 30th, 2022 at 8:35.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Let me see if all right. Very good. Attorney Barton, do you have anything you want to add as to Ms. Cooper?
Just briefly, you know, we go way back, Ms. Cooper. So I'm very proud of you. December 13th, that is fantastic. That's fantastic. It is. I'm really proud of you, and, you know, on a peer level, of course. And I'm happy that, anyway, I don't want to go too deep. Ms. Cooper, you already know. I'm very, very proud of you, sis. Very proud of you. Keep doing it, okay? Yeah, and reach out, like she said, anytime they have all these resources, go ahead and reach out. Trust me, it's there for a reason, okay?
Yep.
All right, sis. See you later. Congratulations.
All right.
Thank you.
All right, Ms. Cooper. Enjoy the rest of your week. We're here if you need us, okay?
All right. Take it easy.
All right, take care. I will. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right. I am now going to Mallet. Mr. Mallet, if you could unmute for me. I have the following. I have case number 210-612-7601. Mr. Mallett, state your full name for me.
Martin Luther Mallett.
All right, good morning to you, Mr. Mallett.
Good morning, Your Honor.
All right, how are you doing so far in the program?
I'm fine. I'm doing pretty good.
All right, I know you're still fairly new to us. Are you having any issues with working the program at this time?
No, none, no.
No issues? All right.
No,
What's
ma'am,
been
I
the
don't have any
easiest
issues
thing
right
for
now.
you? What's been the easiest thing for you to accomplish in the program so far?
Doing my drug screens.
Okay, very good. And what's been the most difficult?
I guess the most difficult has been probably doing my therapy, because I do my therapy after work on the property where I work at, and because we like the last people to leave, sometimes I have to cut my therapy a little short by about 20 minutes in order to get out the building, make sure I don't get locked in the building. But other than that, everything is fine.
All right. I'm going to ask Ms. Taylor if we could just check on, because the one thing I don't want him cutting short is his therapy. So if we could follow up with the provider to see how we can fix that little glitch, I'd love to see us do that, because that's the one place he shouldn't be cutting back on is therapy. Therapy is essential, Mr. Mallett, to your successful completion and to developing a skill set that will take you for the rest of your life. Okay?
Yeah.
All right. So we'll give us a minute to check into that. All right.
Okay.
Very good. All right, Mr. Mallett, do you have any questions for the team on this morning?
No, ma'am. No, I haven't. You know what? I saw you in a commercial last week.
You saw me on a commercial? What commercial?
It startled me. This one I'm about to say, it startled me. I was so surprised that I think I was about to leave the room, where I was just sitting down and I saw you come in this commercial. I don't know if it was a commercial about a church, or if it was I think it was a professional commercial advertisement or something about the court, about 36. Or it was something where it was a couple of people from 36th District Court, and you were one of them. And I was just, when I saw you, I ran out the room. I was just so excited and happy to see you. I thought, oh, that's my judge. Wow, you can see her.
Oh, Mr. Mallett, let me tell you what the commercial was. I'm gonna get, because I want to, this is how rumors get started. There's a commercial off with people from 36th District Court. They promoting Girl Scout cookies. Listen, Mr. Mallett, let me tell you what their commercial was about. I was asked to do a commercial about COVID and the vaccine. And because folks heard that I am the vaccination police and I am a COVID cop, I said I would do the commercial. Now, the funny thing is that I had never seen, I did that commercial probably, it's been a year ago. I had never, ever seen the commercial because they were only, I believe, airing it on Channel 7. And I generally, when I watch TV, I'm not a big television watcher. When I watch it, I watch Channel 2. So I had never seen the commercial. As soon as I got COVID, Mr. Mallett, guess what was the first thing I saw on television? The COVID commercial. And I wanted to throw my shoe and bust up the television because I had never seen it before. I am still a proponent of the vaccination, of everybody doing their part so that we can get back to a better sense of normalcy in this country. So that's the commercial you saw. It wasn't for church. It wasn't for the court. It was my personal convictions about taking the shot and getting boosted as well. And so I want you to know that. And that was my time to give my little public service announcement. I just slid that in. So somebody's in my courtroom with a hat on. I'm gonna need you to get yourself together for court. All right, so Mr. Mallett, you got that?
Yeah, I got you.
You got it. All right, Mr. Mallett. All right, you have any questions for the team this morning?
No. No, I haven't, no.
No questions? All
No.
right, Miss Taylor, what do you want to report out on Mr. Mallett on yesterday in staffing? You indicated that he's doing well. Has anything changed or anything additional?
Nothing additional, just one more time, I do want to put out that Mr. Mallett has produced negative drug screens since he's entered the program. Actually, he had been testing prior to, so I have screens dating back to December 10th. He has been negative. Tomorrow will make 3 months.
All right, come on, let's celebrate Mr. Mallett. Congratulations, sir. Congratulations. Yes, sir. All right, Mr. Mallett, you are doing it. We're still here for you. And if you don't, let me hear from Attorney Barton. Attorney Barton?
Yeah, just briefly. So Mr. Mallett, I know we haven't had much interaction since you've been here, but I got to tell you, man, just the testing alone, that'll help. It will help you through this program. It'll help you through life, period, of course. But this program is a microcosm of life. It's going to help you throughout. So the fact that you've been doing that and then you came in here ready to go, I think it'll help you or allow you to focus on the therapy, which is really what I believe is most important, or at least one of the most important things. So definitely good to meet you, brother. And I'm wishing you well. If you have any questions, concerns, you can always hit us up. Okay.
Thank you, Ms. Barton.
Absolutely. Yes,
All
sir.
right.
Mhm.
All right, Miss Taylor, what's next for Mr. Mallett?
He will return to court on March 23rd, 2022 at 8:35 a.m.
All right. Very good. Did you get that, Mr. Mallett?
Yes, ma'am, I'm getting it now.
All right, wonderful. So good to see you. Keep up the great work that you're doing, and I'll see you in a couple of weeks, okay?
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, you're very welcome. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
All right, I am ready on Shanika Brown. Miss Brown, if you could unmute for me. And this is a good time that if you are here and your last name begins with the letter A, you are a retained attorney or you are a part of law enforcement. Please check in with the clerk. For the attorneys and law enforcement, check in with my clerk by calling the courtroom at area code 313-965-2280. If your last name begins with the letter A, you're going to receive an invitation to go to a breakout room to speak with an attorney. Please make sure you accept that invitation. All right. I'm ready for you. I heard you yawning, Miss Brown. You sleepy this morning? I saw your face too, like, oops. It's okay. It's okay. I'm tired this morning too, Miss Brown. It's all right. All right. Let me place your case number on the record. I have 200-445-4501. Miss Brown, state your full name for me.
Shanika Brown.
All right, Miss Brown. How are you doing?
I'm doing fine. How are you?
I'm doing well. Why are you so tired this morning?
Because my sleeping has really been off. It has been. Yeah.
Okay.
So
have you talked with your provider about it?
Yep, I talked with her yesterday about prescribing like some type of sleeping meds. I just don't want to get accustomed to it to where my body is used to it. So I've been trying like natural stuff like lavender tea and stuff like that, but it's not working.
It's not. Have you tried the lavender oil as well with the tea? Maybe the lavender bath salt or lavender bath bombs. All of those things are good. They're good. I mean, that's okay, because you're saying you don't want to take the medication, but
because I just don't want my body to get accustomed to taking sleeping aids just to sleep. So, and then my therapist told me about melatonin, but that don't work for me. So my psychiatrist just like upped the dosage of the meds because she said it's probably my anxiety.
Okay. I'm going to encourage you, first of all, to make sure that if you're feeling a certain way about anything, that you talk with the professional about it, okay? Because I'm not a doctor And so I want you to do what's best for you, because you know lack of sleep can cause some other issues, right? That's not going to help with anxiety. So I want to encourage you, pick up the phone, go in, whatever you have to do to talk to your provider, but also let them know your concerns, okay? If you have concerns about depending on medications and things of that nature, talk with your provider about that. You have the right to do that, okay? Okay. All right. Very good. And then I'll also encourage you there are some natural things like the lavender, and it comes in different forms. Sometimes it takes a couple of things. Like there are like 3 things sometimes, depending on the stressors during the day, that I do in order to sleep. So I might do the tea. I might have to put the oil on, and I might have to put the spray on my pillow. You know, and there's a spray, yeah. And get this, I hate the smell of lavender, but it works.
But it works.
Absolutely works. It does. It works. It works. So sometimes you just have to do a combination. Maybe just one thing in the lavender family won't work. And the good thing about it, it's natural, so it's not going to harm you. The only thing is you're going to wake up, I keep thinking, oh, I smell like my grandmother.
You smell like it.
So, I mean, not that my grandmother, that wasn't a bad smell. Let me clear that up. That wasn't a bad smell. It's
you just don't want to smell like an
okay,
older person.
Right. Help me out. Come on, Ms. Brown, redeem me before folks be tweeting and contacting folks like she don't like old people.
If I could just speak on behalf of your grandmother, Your Honor, I just would like to.
Yeah, help me out. Y'all rescue me. I'm drowning fast. All right. I'm a grandmother. So I'm not putting down grandmother. So I'm a grandmother. And one day my granddaughter and grandsons will say, this lavender smells like Granny, because I used it at night.
Don't worry.
All right, I got to get back. Let me find my way back, Ms. Brown. You got me. All right, very good. Ms. Brown, I'm concerned about you not sleeping. So I want you to make sure you're taking some steps to remedy that, okay? Do everything you can. Okay? All right.
Okay.
Now, when we staffed your case on yesterday, it was reported that you are in compliance and that you're doing well. Are you having any concerns that you need the court to address on today, or the team?
Nope, I always express all my concerns all the time. So nope, I'm good right now.
All right. Very good. Very good. Let me hear from Mr. Curtis. Mr. Curtis, anything on Ms. Brown?
Your Honor, Ms. Brown, she's doing well. She's in compliance with the treatment plan. I will be with in a couple of weeks to recommend her for promotion since she's doing so.
All right. Very good. Did you hear that, Ms. Brown?
I can't really hear him. Sorry.
I'm gonna crack my joke I cracked last time. I'm gonna do him like they do you in church on Easter Sunday if you don't say your part loud enough. Mr. Curtis, one more time.
So, Ms. Brown, so can you hear me now, Ms. Brown?
I can hear you a little bit, yeah.
No, he just talks. He's so cool. He's not gonna break a sweat. Come on, Mr.
So Ms. Brown, she's doing well in compliance with the drug screens and her treatment plan. And so I will be in a couple of weeks will be recommending promotion.
All right, you heard that. Look, she's clapping. She heard that. All right, Ms. Brown, you're in a good place. You are on track. Attorney Barton, anything you want to add as to Ms. Brown?
No, just, I appreciate, this is not just for Ms. Brown, but for everybody in the court. I appreciate how Ms. Brown is so open with the court. She just said, no, I expressed myself and that's important for your growth, because if you're telling us, if you're expressing yourself to us in an obviously respectful way, we're able to, help you along with what you're doing. So for Ms. Brown, I do appreciate that, because sometimes people feel anxious when they come in here and they think they want to tell us what we want to hear. And that's not the case. We want to know how you feel and how we can get you to a place of happiness. So thanks, Ms. Brown. Appreciate you and good luck. Sis.
No problem. Thank you.
All right. Mr. Curtis, what's next for Miss Brown?
Ms. Brown will be returning, that'll be March 23rd, 2022 at 8:35.
All right, did you get that, Miss Brown?
Yeah, I had to zoom in some, but I got it.
I won't make him do it over. You got it. All right.
I got
All right. Very good. Miss Brown, if you don't have any questions for the court or for the team today, I want you to take really good care of yourself. Follow up on those things, and I'll see you in a couple of weeks, okay?
Okay, thank you. Have a nice day.
All right, you do the same. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
All right. I am ready on Mr. Rea. Mr. Rea, if you could unmute for me, please. Good morning, Mr. Rea.
Morning.
How are you this morning?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing well too, Mr. Rea. Thank you for asking. I have the following matter for you. I have case number 210-593-4901. State your full name for me.
Joseph Lawrence Rea.
All right, Mr. Rea. It looks like your environment is a little bit different today. You're at home today?
Yeah, I'm in my garage.
Oh, you're in the garage. All right. I'm just making sure. Y'all know I be eye hustling, so don't have anything lying around your house you don't want me to see, because I'm looking. All right. See, Mr. Rea, everybody, they need to start reshuffling. I see you, Mr. Barton. Yeah. All right. Mr. Rea, you're working your program. Are you having any issues?
No, I got my sleeping meds up, so I've been sleeping better.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Do you feel good about that?
I do. Everything's been
Good.
well.
Everything's been going well?
Yep.
All right. Wonderful. Wonderful. What's been difficult with respect to working the program, if anything?
For whatever reason, my focus has not been there, and I have like bad memory kind of, but that everything's been going pretty well. I have a good support system, so I'm getting everything done, but some days it's hard to focus.
Okay. Thank you for sharing that, Mr. Rea. And so I want, when you go for your services, that you share that with your provider, okay?
Okay.
Okay. And you are absolutely right. You have a fabulous support system. Your mom and dad, they are awesome. And so make sure that you share that with them too, that you're having a couple of concerns so that we can make sure we get those addressed, okay?
Okay.
All right, very good. Is there anything that you need us to help you with, Mr. Rea, to keep you on track? Because you're doing a great job.
I don't think so. I think pretty well.
All right, very good, very good. Mr. Curtis, what do you have on Mr. Rea?
So Mr. Rea, he's in compliance with this treatment plan, in compliance with drug screening. He did express to me what he just shared, that he does have a calendar. So he will be writing his appointments down, things of that nature. So
okay.
So yes, Mr. Rea is doing well.
All right, very good, very good. Anything from any of the, well, I see you, Mr. Attorney Barton. Anything you'd like to add as to Mr. Rea?
Again, Mr. Rea, I don't think we've had a lot of contact thus far, but good to interact with you, man. Seem pretty chill guy. I like that about you. Really quick, Your Honor, he mentioned about the bad memory, and we've had other individuals that have had stuff like that, and I've always recommended trying to write lists down, just trying to write some stuff down, even if it's bullet point stuff. And after a while, it'll start to kind of jog your memory of, if at not least the issue, the list, and you'll go back to your list and you'll keep going back to your list. So if you start to set a regimen, that might help you a little bit with the memory. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
All right, man. No problem. Good luck, man, and I'll
There
see
we
you
go.
tomorrow.
There's something that's been helping me really
Mhm.
quick.
Yeah.
Yes.
Uh, before I was having a lot of trouble with motivation, and all my life I've had like ADHD.
Uh-huh.
But I figured out this one trick. I was just on the internet one day, and if you think in your head 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go, when you're not motivated, you just need to get something done. It activates your counting backwards, and it doesn't give you time to think about it, so you just do it, which is
That's
All
pretty good.
right. I hope
That's
everybody
pretty
heard
good.
that.
That's pretty
5, 4,
good.
3, 2, 1, go.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
That
That's a good
motivation to
one.
get up and do something. We like that. I see folks shaking their head like, yeah, I can relate to that. There you
Yeah.
go, Mr. Ray. Look at you. You've helped us this morning. Thank you. I see you, Miss Green. Miss Green's like,
And
yeah,
enjoy.
come on. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Yeah, I like that.
Yes. All right,
Good
Mr.
job.
Ray. Good job. If do you have any questions for the team this morning?
Not really. I think I'm good.
All
Sorry.
right, very good. Mr. Curtis, what's next for Mr. Rea?
Mr. Rea will be returning March 23rd, 2022 at 10:35 for a face-to-face. And then Zooming in the following week, I believe that'll be March 30th at 8:35.
All right, sounds good. Did you get that, Mr. Rea?
March 23rd at 10:35.
Yes. And then Mr. Curtis, and then you'll see me the following week on March, what did you say, 30th? Yes, at 8:35 a.m.
Okay. Thank you so
All
much.
right, very good. So good to see you. Take care of yourself, okay?
Okay.
All right, bye-bye.
Have a good one.
All right, bye-bye. All right, Miss Green, I'm ready for you. Good morning, Miss Green.
Good morning.
Good morning. You in a better place today?
Yes.
You are. Do you know I won't use the word worry. I have been concerned about you.
I'm
I
fine.
have been. You fine? I see a half smile. So that's
Yeah.
that's better than the last time I saw you. Are you working through some things?
Yes, ma'am.
And you're working on some things?
Yes.
All right, very good. Have you identified anything that we may be of assistance to you?
No, not really. It was just I lost another staff member at my job. Since I've been there, I lost 2 already. So it was hard the last time. And so I was upset, but we've been trying to raise money to bury her. It hurts. It was hurting.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's wrong.
What are you doing to deal with that? Good morning.
Well, me and my family been with her family. Me and my other staff at the job. We've been around her mother. Her mother is elderly, so it'd be like we've been trying to be around and comfort her. My family been talking to me, because a lot of death, then it just takes control sometimes. Because I've been having death back to back. I sometimes can't deal with it, so I get very upset.
And so this is what I'm going to encourage you to do, Ms. Green. You're going to your sessions with your provider?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. I'm not going to add grief counseling to your plate, but what I am going to do is just strongly urge you to share those things that you're experiencing about death and people close to you with your provider. Okay. They will be able to help you navigate through some of what you're feeling and what you're going through. Okay. That heart and feelings and loss of people that we love, that's a hard area to navigate. But they may be able to give you some tools and some resources to help you get through the day. We don't get over losing the people that we love. We get through it and we learn how to cope and we learn how to continue to function in a healthy way. And so they may be able to equip you with some of those tools, okay?
Okay.
Will you do that for me?
Sure will.
All right, very good. How's everything else going? Living situation, what's going on with that?
Me and my therapist been trying to find me somewhere to go still. I'm still in the apartment that I was shot in, so we still working on it. I don't want to go to the west side, so because my children are on the east side, so I try to stay close because I had my first grandson, so it's been hard.
Oh, congratulations on that first grandson.
Thank you. So it's been kind of hard.
Okay.
We're still searching.
All right. So I know you want to go to the west side and your kids are on the east side, but this is what I'm going to say to you. I need you to do what's going to be good for you. Okay. Understand this, kids will travel. They will. They will. I see some, okay, thank you, Miss Shore. She's confirming, yes, we'll travel. Yes, to see our parents, especially when we need a babysitter. My son would track me down in Timbuktu. Be like, what time you getting home? Because I'm on your driveway. They will travel. Or I'm outside of the place where you said you was gonna be. Can I just put the kids in the car? So kids, I see y'all laughing. Y'all do us dirty. Y'all do. But listen, they will travel to get especially that free babysitting service. What? And that grandmother babysitting service where they know I can go and not have a care in the world. They will travel. So that's why I'm encouraging you to focus in on what you need and the rest will fall into place. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Because I'm gonna tell you, I want you out of that apartment. I think that's gonna be healthy for you. I'm not ordering you out of it. I think you want out of it as well. And every time I see you, I'm thinking, I know they have her somewhere else now. So let's work at it. Because I think that to start your healing process, that's going to be a big part of it, to take you out of the place where the trauma occurred.
Right. Yes, ma'am. Yes, it will.
Okay. All right. And Miss Jasmine, I know you're working with her on hopefully changing that living environment sooner than later.
Okay, Judge.
Yes. Okay. All right. Very good. And so, Miss Green, how's work going?
It's going okay. It's going okay. My people love me. They don't want me to leave, but I told them I have to try to find something else to do due to my situation with my injury. I can't really lift things too much, so I've been trying to find something else really to do where I could be able to, work around my still being, trying to heal. So, but I'm still there. They don't want me to leave. I don't want to leave. So.
I know they don't, because you're such a nice person. You are, and I know you're a hard worker, aren't you?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Again, I'm going to just encourage you to do what is best for you.
Yes, ma'am.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I will.
All right. All right. Do you have any questions for the team today, Miss Green?
No, I don't.
No questions? All right. I'm taking these half smiles and I'm enjoying them. I am, because last time I saw you, I was concerned. Very much so concerned. So I'm taking it. I'm taking all of them. I'm gonna add them all together. Thank you, Miss Green.
You're welcome.
All right. All right. Miss Taylor, what do you want me to know about Miss Green?
Just that Ms. Green is in compliance with your court order and her treatment plan, and she is doing well at this time, other than the things that she is working towards, but she is doing what you ordered her to do. So she is on the right track.
All right. Very good. Very good. Attorney Barton, anything as to Miss Green?
Yes, again, how you doing, Ms. Green? Good to see you.
Nice seeing you.
Congratulations on the grandbaby. I don't know this, and I just will ask not to belabor the court. Your son or daughter had a child?
I have two boys. So my oldest son had a grandbaby.
Okay, I'm just gonna beg and plead for you to take it easy on him. Okay, we don't know what we're doing, so we just need your help. If you can, just, okay. I appreciate you. I'm asking for him in advance. We don't know. So anyway, thank you so much, Ms. Green.
I'm sorry, Mr. Barton. I have to respond because my son said the same thing to me, and I said you didn't ask for my help with anything else. So don't
Yep.
come asking for no help right now. I just had to put that out there. I'm sorry. Go ahead. It's Wednesday. It's Wednesday. We made it to Wednesday. Go ahead,
Good
Mr.
morning,
Bird.
everyone. Good morning to everyone. I hope everyone's having a wonderful morning. I'm joking. No, I understand. But yes, Ms. Green, please, if you can, just take it easy on them. That's all. You don't have to help. Just take it easy.
I will. Thank you.
Anyway, no, enjoy the grandbaby, Ms. Green.
I will.
It's a wonderful day.
All right. All right, Miss Taylor, what's next for Miss Green?
Ms. Green will return to court on March 23rd, 2022 at 8:35 a.m.
All right, very good. Did you get that, Miss Green?
Yes, I did, Judge.
All right, very good. I will see you in a couple of weeks. Take good care of yourself, okay?
You too. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Bye-bye. All right, I am ready on Miss Riggins. Good morning, Miss Riggins.
Good morning. How are you?
I am well. How are you this morning?
I'm good, thank you.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm a little sleepy, but I'm good.
Why is everybody sleepy on a Wednesday morning? What are you sleepy for? What
I know
has
my
you
sleep
sleepy?
schedule been weird, but I'm sleeping, so.
Okay, all right, all right. Let me get your hearing then. I have case number Z8050941. Miss Riggins, tell me how you're doing with working the program.
All is well, no complaints.
No complaints. All right. Tell me what you're doing on a day-to-day basis to work the program.
Well, I'm staying compliant with everything, and I'm a worker bee, so I'm working. I'm going to therapy every week. Yeah, and we've started doing some practices to do after work on my downtime, like meditating. I've just recently stepped into yoga. I really like it, so
I do yoga too. I do it. Yes, I do.
Right.
Do it. You're gonna love it. You're gonna love it. It's a great stress reliever. Great stress reliever.
Yes. Yeah, my first time doing it, I cried. I think it was just all the tension in my body, but it was a nice release.
Very good. Very good. Is there anything that you're struggling with as you're working the program?
No, all is well.
All right. All right. You sure you don't need our help with anything?
I'm sure. And if I do, I promise I would say something.
All right. Good. Very good. Let me hear from Mr. Curtis. Ask to Miss Riggins. What's going on?
Miss Riggins, she's doing well. I have no concerns or issues to report. She's in phase 2. She's in compliance with the treatment plan and with rescue.
All right. Very good. Very good. Mr. Attorney Barton, anything asked to Miss Riggins?
No, Your Honor, nothing major. I just I would love to take her with me as a poker partner because her poker face is good. Are you okay? She's like, no, I'm fine. I'm good. So I will say, Ms. Riggins, if there is anything going on, not bad, it doesn't have to be bad, it could be good stuff. You can let us know too, because that stuff helps us to understand what you like and what we may want to incentivize you with. For example, like our food thing or vouchers or whatever we may have. So if we know what you're into, that helps us not to be nosy, like, wow, what is she doing that she likes? But, just like, I like strawberry, whatever, or I like peanut butter. Oh, okay. Now we know if we ever need to incentivize, send some Girl Scout cookies your way or something, Samoas or something. That's what you like, whatever.
I didn't think about that.
Yeah. Oh, I'm heavy on the Girl Scout cookies. I'm running down on them. How many you got? How many boxes you got?
There you go.
All right. Nice to see you.
All right.
Nice to see you. I got it.
All right. Wonderful. Miss Riggins, do you have any questions for any of the team on this morning?
No, I don't.
No questions? All right. What's next? And you changed up your hair. It's pretty on you.
Thank you.
I noticed it. It's pretty. I love it.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome. Go ahead, Mr. Curtis. What's next?
So Ms. Riggins will be returning for face-to-face March 23rd, 2022. And that'll be at 10:35, and she'll be doing in the following week, March 30th at 8:35.
Wait, I didn't
right,
hear the
did you
March.
get that?
All I heard was March 30th. What time?
8:35.
At 8:35. Y'all,
Okay.
y'all messing with Mr. Curtis. All right, so Mr. Curtis said you're gonna have a face-to-face with him on March 23rd. And we usually schedule it for 10:35, but he'll connect with you on that day. And then you're going to see me on March 30th at 8:35, okay?
Okay, thank you so much.
All right, you're very welcome. Take good care of yourself.
You too, see ya.
All right, bye-bye. All right, so I have a couple of things that's going on. Ms. Taylor, I need you to call me in the courtroom on a matter. And then we have Antonia Smith is in the box. We have an intake. There's also a gentleman that's sitting in the back of the courtroom, officer. Is that an A case?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, we need to make sure we get him set up to go in the breakout room when we can. Are you all using that conference room right now? Oh, okay, that's okay. We'll work it out. Oh, Miss Brimage is in there. Miss Brimage, you need to come on. What case are you coming on for?
I have 3, but I need to talk to the attorney for DeLeonard and Alexander or Anetta. But I have an Adam Ali that I'm ready on. If he's in.
All right, so while I wrap up my specialty court docket, I'm going to ask you, Miss Mack, if someone can reach out to Mr. Fikens, let him know to pop into the virtual courtroom so that he and Ms. Brimage can go into a breakout room, or Mr. Griffin, either one. Okay, Ms. Brimage, and then I'll be ready to do yours back to back. Okay,
thank you. All right.
All right, you're very welcome. All right, with that, I'm gonna go to Ms. Short. Ms. Short, good morning to you.
Good morning, Judge. How are you?
I am well. How are you?
I'm okay.
Okay, you hesitated. I noticed that. Why did you hesitate?
I'm just like a little stressed out, and the past 2 nights I've been having nightmares about my late husband.
Okay, did you talk with your provider about that?
No, we're supposed to meet this afternoon, so I was going to talk to her, but that's one thing that I've been kind of trying to figure out for, like, since I've been in the program. I really need grief counseling, and I haven't been able to get anything set up.
Okay, why haven't you been able to get anything set up? Because you don't need a court order for grief counseling.
I just thought that I needed to go through you guys and have someone that's your provider.
No, but here's the thing, you're at a provider right now. And
Right.
so Miss Taylor, if you could, but I'm gonna put this on Miss Short. I'm gonna put it on Miss Short first. And then
Okay.
Miss Taylor, we can follow up. So
Okay.
Miss Short, if you can reach out to the provider at Lake Ridge and let them know that you need grief counseling. Or
Okay.
that you're having some issues with what you believe is grief. And so that they can connect you with that resource. Because one of the things I really try hard to empower people to do is to not rely on the case manager to tell you what to do when you know what you need. Speak up. And if you need help with locating a resource, then absolutely let the case manager know, we'll make it happen.
Okay.
But you are there with a provider. Let them know you're having some difficulty. Because if you said what you just said to me, and I'm not even a professional in that field, if you just said to me, I'm having nightmares in one of your sessions, then I would immediately send you to grief counseling. But here's what I've come to learn, Ms. Short, and I think this was discussed in staffing, that you've become kind of lackadaisical about your sessions and your treatments. And so that might be why you haven't shared that information, so that they're able to better help you.
That's what I wanted to talk to you about too, Judge, because with my hours that they gave me at work, like by the time I get off work, other people are already off work. So I was gonna talk to you about asking my my boss if I could get part-time instead so that I don't have to miss any appointments because those are more important than work to me anyways.
So why haven't you asked your boss about working part-time?
I don't know.
Have you shared with your boss that you're in a program?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and so have you shared with your boss, you have some concerns that your progress may be hindered because you're spending the bulk of your day when your resources and services are available, that you're spending it at work. And while you want to still work, you need to have those, you need to avail yourself of those resources so that you can continue to work.
Absolutely.
Have you shared that?
Not in those words. And I honestly, I kind of wanted to discuss it with you first because part of me feels like, I'd be a disappointment or a failure for doing it. And then the other part of me is like, that's ridiculous. Like that your therapy and your mental health and all that has to come first. So it's like, when you have like two different voices in your head and they're opposites.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. But I need to correct you. I didn't want to interrupt you. I need to correct you on something. You are not a failure. There is absolutely nothing wrong with maintaining good mental health and letting people know this is what I need to do or not do in order to make sure that I'm able to maintain good mental health.
Yes,
There's
ma'am.
absolutely nothing wrong with it. And any employer who values you and see the worth in you, and they are entrusting you to work in their business, they will appreciate you for that.
Yes, ma'am.
They will appreciate you. So by all means, I need you to go to your boss and let them know because you need your classes. You can't be lackadaisical about your treatment. You can't be combative and all of those things while you're at Lake Ridge. Because you can't bite the hand that feeds you, right?
Correct.
When people are trying to help you, you can't pick up a stone and crack them in the head with it, right? Because then I'm not gonna really help you. I'm not gonna do my best, right?
Right.
All right. So I heard you've been kind of cracking a few heads. I need you to put the stones down, just a few. I need you to put the stones down. And maybe it's because of all the stuff you have going on. And you might not have even noticed it.
I didn't.
Okay.
So I'm glad you said that.
Okay. Yes, ma'am. So I need you to put the stones down.
Yes,
I need you to go talk to your employer today. Let them know, look, I'm in a program. It's helped me. This is why I'm even here today. And I want to be the best employee I know how to be. And the way that I can do that at this time is I need to avail myself of the services that are being provided. And those services are provided during work hours. So I'd like to work part-time until I get to a place where I'm able to work full-time. How does that sound?
Okay. That's perfect. That's perfect.
Okay. And then if you need Miss Taylor to intervene and send a letter, even if it's under this court signature requested, then we'll do that. But I want you to take ownership because that's what you're going to have to do for the rest of your life. You are going to have to guard your mental health. And you're going to have to be able to advocate for yourself and say, this works for me, this doesn't work for me.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay?
Yes.
What's got your attention over there? What you looking over to the side? I told y'all
my roommate was moving stuff around, so she distracted me. I apologize.
Oh, no, that's okay. I'm just making sure you're okay. All right.
Oh, yeah, I'm okay.
Very good. What else are you having difficulties with?
Nothing really, just pretty much what we were discussing. I've just been very stressed out, and it was really frustrating me that I couldn't fit everything in. And I was like, I was supposed to start part-time anyway, but before I started, she was like, do you think you could start full-time? And I was like, yeah, because I was like, that would be great. In my head, that's what I was thinking. It's not great. And there's other stuff that is more important than work. And like you said, if I don't focus on those other things, I'm not going to have a job anyway.
Anything you place before good health, sobriety, you are going to lose it anyways.
Yes, ma'am.
Absolutely. You will lose out on the things that count in life. So So let's do that today. I want you to circle back to Ms. Taylor and let her know how that conversation went and what resolution you and your employer came up with. Okay, can I get you to do that?
Yes, ma'am. No problem.
All right. Are they treating you well at Lake Ridge?
Yeah, it's all right. It's okay.
All right now. Y'all know I asked those questions for a reason.
I just I don't know if it's just me and my sensitivity, but I just feel like they've had it. Some of the people here have had it out for me since I've been here, and I just don't understand it. So I try really hard to just kind of stay in my own lane and focus what I need to focus on. But sometimes it's like debilitating because, like, you know, I'm in a place, not at this exact moment, but I've been in a place where I felt like I'm doing everything I can. I'm doing really good. And it's like I just keep hitting these brick walls, and it's like it doesn't even matter what I'm doing. But I have to work on just letting that stuff go, because there's always going to be people in life who don't like me and who have a problem with me, no matter if I'm the best person in the world. So that's something I'm really trying to work on right now.
I'm glad to hear you working on that. Make sure when you're in your sessions that you mention to your provider how you are feeling about the environment, and especially mention to or talk with the provider at Lake Ridge about how you're feeling. But because I'm not invalidating your feelings, but you hit it right on the head. That's life. You're never going to be able to please everybody. I was just having that conversation in a meeting this morning that made me late for court. You're never going to be able to please everybody. There will always be an outlier who, when you've done everything and jumped through every hoop and you've done 150%, they will still point out that 0.0000001% that you didn't do. And so at the end of the day, you've got to make sure in your heart and your mind, I know I gave it my best. I know my intentions were good, and I'll get up tomorrow and try again. Don't spend a lot of time agonizing over what people think or feel about you. And you're a lot younger than me. You know, you get 50.
Not too much.
Yeah, you hit 50, you be like, really? That's what you think about me? Okay, go have several seats anywhere in the world.
I feel like I can't even say the truth right now because it'll just seem like I'm trying to kiss your butt. But
no, you don't need to do that because I'm over 50. So, ma'am, I don't, I'm good.
You know you're beautiful, right?
On the inside first, where it counts. It counts.
Of course, yes.
Where it counts, and it shows up on the outside, I hope.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. All right. So, Miss Short, we're going to work through some stuff, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
But you're going to do the work.
Absolutely.
And then you're going to keep me in the loop through Miss Jasmine, okay?
No problem. Yep.
All right. Very good. All right, Miss Taylor. What do you have for Miss Short? I've given her some assignments to do and to circle back to you.
Yes. So Ms. Short will do what you guys just discussed. She will continue following her treatment plan and also making adjustments to that to include the grief counseling. So Ms. Short, make sure you do that. We did staff your case yesterday, and it was recommended or agreed that your court order will be updated to reflect that you will drug screen random 3 times a week instead of the 2 times a week. That was a decision by the entire team, especially just with that you're back into the community full time. You'll be working in the community. So your screens will increase. So just a reminder to make sure that you are calling GMs, checking every day. Regardless of how many times that's put on there, just make sure you are checking 7 days a week to see if you have to test or not. And outside of that, you will return to court in 2 weeks on March 23rd, 2022 at 8:35 a.m.
All right. And Ms. Short, I do need to say, I do need to let you know, listen, when there are concerns brought to this court about specimen or samples that are given during screens, I take those very, very seriously. And so there were some concerns that were raised yesterday about the specimen that you're providing. So I just want you to make sure when you go to test, now you're gonna be testing at JAMS, the 3 times random per week, that you're following their instructions, because if you don't, that information comes back to this court and I have to respond to it, okay?
They didn't tell you they've been having a problem with my specimen, right?
There have been some concerns. There have been some concerns. And so, but here, the reason I'm not taking any action is because you're gonna start your random screening and you're going to do it 3 times a week. And so I'm good, but I still wanna let you know so that if there is something going on or, you know, there's some difficulty, this is the time to tell me.
Yes, ma'am.
And not JAMS contacting me or contacting Ms. Taylor saying there's a problem with the specimen, okay?
Okay, can I just discuss?
All right, and Ms. Taylor can have some more conversation with you about that.
Okay.
Okay?
Yep.
All right. All right. Mr. Attorney Barton, anything else? Anything you want to say to Ms. Short?
Yeah,
I think she's in a good place and she's got some good homework to do for us.
Absolutely. And Ms. Short, again, you know, if you don't feel comfortable speaking in court at this moment, then speaking with Ms. Taylor or even the judge in the back room, so to speak, like about what's going on. If you have any issues, you have a right to speak up if there's something going on. But also, and again, I don't know what's going on there, but also we have a partnership where we try to maintain a certain amount of whatever professional, whatever it may be. So what we just want to make sure is we're doing our part, that we're protecting our people that we send over there. And also we're sending people over there who are representing us well, you know?
Absolutely.
So if there's something going on, you should let us know. Okay.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Thank you. Yeah. Thank you. And
all
good
right.
luck.
Very good. And then I believe, Ms. Taylor, I failed to put Ms. Short's case number on the record. I went right in. And so her case number is U587-475-20. Ms. Short, let me have you state your name for the record.
Mackenzie Carol Short.
All right. Very good. We're in a good place now.
Yes,
all right,
ma'am.
Ms. Taylor, what's next?
That is all for Ms. Short. She will return to court before you on March 23rd, 2022 at 8:35 a.m.
Oh, okay, wonderful. You gave it to me. Thank you. All right, very good. Thank you so much. All right, Ms. Short, enjoy the rest of your week. And I can't wait to hear from Ms. Taylor as to how things went in talking with your job, okay?
All right, thank you.
All right, okay, take
Bye-bye.
care. Bye-bye. All right, I am Ms. Taylor. Ms. Taylor, if you could give me a call in the office, please. I really need you to do that for me in the courtroom. I mean, you know, on my desk.
Okay.
2280.
Okay.
All right, very good. All right, court is back in session. Ms. Thomas, if you could come on, I'm ready to do your case. Ms. Thomas, are you there? Good morning to you. Unmute for me. Good morning.
Good morning.
I have the following for you, case number 210-0 6063501. State your full name for me, Ms. Thomas.
Dana Thomas.
All right, how are you this morning?
I don't know yet.
You don't know yet? All right. I know that Mr. Curtis has shared with you a course of action that's going to be taken by the court on today based on the assessment that we received. And so it's my understanding that Lake Ridge you will be transported today from your home at by noon. Okay? So you're going to get yourself prepared for that?
I don't have a choice.
Yes, that's correct. You don't. And so thank you so much for your willingness to get yourself prepared to make that transition. And then what I'm going to do is I will see Ms. Thomas next week. They'll be able to Zoom you in from where you're going, and we'll be able to talk then, okay? And I just want to encourage you, embrace the services that are being provided. We are going to work with you, Ms. Thomas. We're here to help you. We're not here to hurt you, but it does require you to work with us, okay?
So how long am I going to be at this place? How long are you locking me away?
I'm not locking you away, so let's clear that up.
I'm not. That I leave my house.
Okay, yes, but it's not a locked facility. And so you can walk away at any time, but if you do, then I'm gonna pick you up because you'll be in violation of my court order. And then you will be locked away at the Wayne County Jail. So you're gonna go to Lake Ridge. We're gonna get some assessments done. We're gonna come up with the professionals are gonna come up with a treatment plan. And then they are going to also help us with the holistic approach of getting you on track and keeping you on track, okay? All right, Ms. Curtis, is there anything you'd like to add?
Nothing else to add. I will be following up with Ms. Thomas today in Lake Ridge.
Today, and make sure that you circle back to me on today as to status. Okay. And then we'll start immediately making sure they get those assessments done and what the plan is. All right, Ms. Thomas. So go ahead and get yourself together and you will be leaving. They should be there before noon, okay? Or by noon, okay?
Yep.
All right. What I gave the date. What's the date? Give me the date. Because
March 16th.
Let it go. March 16th, 2022 at 8:35 a.m. is when you'll Zoom back on, okay?
All right.
All right. Thank you, ma'am. Have a good day. All right. Ms. Byrne. Oh, Ms. Hayden, I see that you're here. All right. Good morning. I did not realize you were in the courtroom. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
All right. And so we have to get an opportunity, and one of the attorneys may be able to go in a breakout room with you and discuss some of the things that we talked about with respect to what we are able to share as a treatment court team or as a mental health court team, as opposed to the things that you will have to go through or pursue on your own, unfortunately, through court proceedings. And so, Mr. Barton, I don't know if you're equipped or ready to do that. Will you go in the breakout room with Ms. Hayden?
Absolutely, Your Honor. Absolutely.
All right. That way I can continue working. All right. Very good. And then Mr. Griffin, Attorney Griffin, I'll be ready to do Ms. Horton, her intake. I'd like to get that done. I'd like to wrap up my specialty court docket this morning.
All right. I'll let him know that. Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, let's go to, I'm gonna do Mr. Dunn. Mr. Dunn's been on all morning, but he had his camera off. Good morning, Mr. Dunn. Mr. Dunn, unmute for me.
How you doing?
I'm well, how are you?
I'm blessed, I'm well.
Yes, you
I'm
are.
good.
Let me place your case number. Yes, I am. Let me place your case number on the record. I have case number Z8081481. State your full name for me.
Dwight Anthony Dunn.
All right, Mr. Dunn. You work in your program, Mr. Dunn?
Absolutely.
Tell me what you've been doing.
Well, working and taking care of my dad over here.
You taking care of your dad? Are you taking good care of your dad?
Yes, ma'am. There's no other way.
No other way. That's right, sir. Very good. Very good. All right. You're showing up for the things that you are scheduled to do in the program?
I'm walking it down. I'm walking it down.
All right, Mr. Dunn, you walking it down? Mr. Dunn, you're not doing time. That's what they say when you're doing time. You're not doing time, Mr. Dunn. You in a program where we helping you and embracing you.
Well, what I mean is I'm being responsible to do what's needed, you know, what I need to do and striving to make better choices and learn from this situation, you know?
There you go. All right. When you say walking it down, you making me feel like we got you locked up somewhere. Somebody just accused me of locking them up. I try not to lock up. All right.
Okay.
All
well,
right,
the situation,
Mr. Dunn.
I'm working now, and they got me working 6 days a week at 12 hours a day, and I think I was more or less referring to walking it down in terms of thinking about that job, walking that job. Because I asked them to give me a day, like give me that Saturday off. Excuse me.
Mr. Dunn, you are working 6 days a week, 12 hours a day?
And I'm requesting for 5 days a week, Monday through Friday instead of Monday through Saturday.
I need you to really request that. Because here's the thing, Mr. Dunn, you've got to work your program.
I am too, but it's just a little difficult. So I think they're gonna give me 5 days.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, see, the other lady was asking me to reach out to their job. I want to show up on your job and say, why are y'all working, Mr. Dunn, 6 days a week, 12 hours a day?
Right. That would be so nice.
No, I can't do that, Mr. Mr. Dunn said that would be so nice, Judge. Mr. Dunn. Oh my goodness, I wish I could. I wish I could. And I promise you, I put on my highest heels because I'm only 5'1". I put on I come in there like 5'0". What are y'all doing? It's overnight.
You're more than welcome.
Okay. All right, Mr. Dunn.
I'm feeling pretty good about myself these days.
You are. Tell me why you're feeling good about yourself. What you doing that you're feeling good about yourself?
Well, see, I recognize the fact that I'm blessed, you know, in that, you know, God spared me last Valentine's Day when I had brain surgery. You know, and so I'm just glad to be here in the capacity that I am with the faculties that's still there and to work and take care of my dad.
Yes. You're so fortunate to still have your dad. That's wonderful. That is wonderful. Mm-hmm. All right, Mr. Dunn, other than that job, what do you need us to help you with?
Nothing really. I'm on top of the responsibilities I have to do, so I'm okay.
You okay?
Yes,
all right.
I'm good.
We're here to help you, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Is that a yes?
Yes, ma'am. Maybe you can write me a note I can take to work and say, look, 5 days.
Y'all gonna have me write notes. I'm gonna get me a doctor's pad. You know how when you go to the doctor and they check the box, you know, what you can do and can't do?
Yeah.
Listen, I want you to have some conversation with Mr. Curtis because Mr. Curtis knows I'm troubled about this. And Mr. Curtis, I want to know what the outcome was of his request to work 5 days out of the week. I want to know the outcome.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
Yes, we'll see how it goes from there. All right, very good. Let me hear from Mr. Curtis at this time. What do you have from me, Mr. Curtis?
Mr. Dunn, he's in phase 2 of our program. He's compliant with his treatment plan, compliant with drug screening. And so I have no concerns or issues to report at this time.
You got it, baby.
Mr. Dunn will be returning, that'll be March 23rd and that'll be for a face-to-face at 10:35, and then Zooming in the following week on March 30th at 8:35.
All right. Did you hear that, Mr. Dunn?
Got it. 10-4.
All right, very good. Hey, that caught me off guard. All right, Mr. Dunn, you're on a roll this morning. All right, it's good to see you. Mr. Ficus, I know you were a part of the hearing. Was there anything you wanted to add?
Well, Mr. Dunn, I never heard walking it down in that fashion before, but I think you're walking it down in the right way, sir. So keep up the good work.
Yes, sir. Will do. Thank you.
All right, very good. All right, Mr. Dunn, take good care of yourself. I'll see you in a couple of weeks, okay?
Yes, ma'am, and God bless you all. Thank you.
Thank you. Same to you. All right. All right. I'm going to do my intake, and then Ms. Brimage, are you ready on all three of your cases? Yeah. Okay. All right, let's do it. For Ms. Horton. Oh, where's Mr. Attorney Barton? Attorney Barton? Is he in? Oh, he's in the breakout room with Ms. Hayden. All right. I'm gonna still have Ms. Horton just
I'm here. It's for Attorney Griffin.
It was you, Attorney Griffin.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, wonderful. We're ready to go. Let me just grab a couple of things very quickly.
Let me take this time to say good morning, Attorney Fikens.
Good morning, Attorney Griffin. Good to see you, friend.
Good to see you.
All right, I am ready on Ms. Horton. I have case number 210442701. Mr. Griffin, you've already placed your appearance on the record, so Ms. Horton, I'm gonna have you state your name and speak very loudly for me.
My name is Patrice Horton.
All right, good morning, Ms. Horton. How are you? Why are you crying?
I'm not crying. I'm working with, I have sleeping parents, I take care of, I have someone with a disability. And so I know I have to be, I'm working on continuing sleep, still got my work clothes on. If I have back problems, because I'm short at work, and I've got like 30 patients to stuff. So I took some fresh vanilla cappuccino to try to keep me tired, and I'm trying to keep my eyes open. And I'm jittery because the caffeine got to.
I am. All right. Yes, ma'am. You're hanging in, honey. I hear you. Listen, Miss Curtis didn't tell me. I'm gonna blame it on him. Miss Curtis didn't tell me any of that.
I'm off something. I'm off cappuccino and no sleep.
And no sleep. Listen.
I still got runs to make. I got to put my dad up because people is awesome. I got both my kids at home. I got to run Holmes.
Okay. Okay. All right. Very good. That was a whole lot of. But I'm ready for you, Mr. Griffin. I'm ready for your client. I'm ready for your client. Do you want to sit down? And if you can speak loudly, you're good. All right. Very good. Well, first I want to start by saying welcome. You were here on, I believe, yesterday, and you were very pleasant. So thank you. She didn't mug me from the box or anything like that. So I'm glad you came back. And so I'm looking forward to working with you. We're going to start off first by having Mr. Curtis present you, and then I'll hear from the attorney. I'll hear from you, and then we'll get you out of here. Okay? All right. Mr. Curtis.
Yes. Miss Patrice Horton, she was referred to us on March 1st, 2022 by Judge Bryant. Her charge is OWI. Ms. Horton, she is 39 years old, African American female. She does have a restricted license at this time. Highest education completed, GED. She is employed full-time as a nurse aide. She does have 2 children. She does want to participate in our specialty court program. She is over 18 years of age. She does admit to some things that will
benefit her in our program, where she can benefit from our program. Okay, very good.
no prior felony convictions were a violent offense. She has never participated in specialty court, and she did complete her needs plus assessment. And so my recommendation on today is that we commit Ms. Horton into specialty court.
All right, very good. Mr. Griffin, you had the opportunity, thank you, Mr. Curtis. You had the opportunity to speak with Ms. Horton, so you may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. I did speak with her. We talked about a lot of different things, mainly just trying to lower her anxiety about joining the program. She indicated that, she has a lot of things on her plate, a lot of things that are on her shoulders. But I did indicate to her that now she's a part of even a bigger support team. And so I'm hopeful that will, help her move forward. I did indicate to her that the matter, because it's a driving related, it's operating intoxicated, it would not be able to be dismissed from the court. However, I did indicate to her that there was a new law that was signed by the governor that would allow for an expungement of the first operating while intoxicated offense. But there is a statutory waiting period that she would have to satisfy first. But I told her that I would talk to her more about that, as the program moves forward, but just wanted to make sure that she knew that this court would not be able to dismiss the operating while intoxicated case at the end of her successful completion of the program. Other than that, I did give her my information. I did tell her that her first point of contact is the case manager, and then to let us know of any situations that come about. And just to bring to the court's attention, she did indicate to me there are some possible housing matters that she may need assistance with. And so I did want to say that. And then other than that, there's nothing else. We did go over the court's order. She indicated she didn't have any questions or concerns about the court's order. And I did let her know that even though she came here on the operating while intoxicated offense, it is the specialty court program that for everyone has to go through minimum 2 times a week testing for your analysis. And it's not calling her out specifically, it's for every single person. So other than that, Your Honor, she indicated that she has buy-in, that she is going to work the program and put her best foot forward. And I also recommend her for the specialty court program, Your Honor.
All right, very good. And so, Ms. Horton, you've heard what Mr. Curtis has said about you, as well as the attorney. Is there anything that you would like me to know about you?
I don't know if it tells you all my issues or whatever it is. I do get anxious and I do not desire to lie because
I can't hear her.
I was saying, I know I tried to give them a quick fast briefing of everything that I'm dealing with because what I've mentioned so far is just a long.
Yeah.
I do have a lot on my shoulders, which is fine, to be honest. And I know I don't sound like a little people that say I don't have a problem, but I really don't have a problem with alcohol or any other type of drug. It's cigarettes. That's my problem. Cigarettes and just being overwhelmed and my workload just being heavy. Me being the main responsible one in my family, even with my siblings, and I'm the youngest. And just my child history from me being molested and raped from 2 to 15 years old. I've went through so much trauma in my life to where I think I've had moments through the years, but I do have like mental breakdowns sometimes.
And that's why I'm glad that you're here. So we staff, we have a meeting before we come to court because there are things that we don't put on the record because we're airing live. And so I want to make sure that you know that we discuss things. If you share it with your case manager, he will make sure that we are aware of those things. And so while you've undergone an assessment, we certainly have identified that there is some trauma that has taken place in your life. And so you need some trauma, probably need some trauma therapy. I'm not a therapist, but I'm gonna take a wild guess that they're going to recommend that you have some trauma therapy. We're gonna be here to walk with you through this process and to help you get the assistance, get the resources that you need, so that by the time you leave us, you're gonna be in better shape and you'll be better equipped to deal with life as it comes, in spite of the trauma that you've already experienced in life. And so if you give us that opportunity, we would love to do it, Ms. Horton. Are you gonna give us that opportunity?
Jordan, that sometimes I'm overwhelmed to where I don't even want to put myself out of the bed if it wasn't for the fact that I had to.
Yes.
Sometimes I have those moments where I isolate myself, years of my children, which is not for me. When I become overweight.
Yes.
And I think that's part of the way to me, myself dedicating myself is checking out. So I'm hoping that it works because I have a lot on my plate and I don't want to violate anything that you all have to be working to do. But I do understand that the
And I understand that, and we will work with you. Communication is going to be key with Mr. Curtis, who will serve as your case manager. That is going to be critical that you communicate. That at the end of the day, you want to get better. You have a lot on your plate. It's going to take some work through this program. So it's kind of like 6 in one hand, a half dozen in the other. I have a whole lot on my plate, but I want to get better. In order to get better, it may appear that we're putting some additional things on your plate, but it's going to be for your good. So keep the communication lines open with Mr. Curtis. We communicate. They have access to me at all times. We're here to help you, not hurt you. We're here to help lighten your load if we can, not to burden you even more. But sometimes it may feel like that because there are things that we are required to do in this program. And the reason we're required to do it is because we know, and statistics and data shows that it works. Plus, that's how we get our money. Okay, we have to follow the standards. I hate to put that money in. It sounds so horrible, but it's the truth, right?
I'm all for it. It's just that, that's just pretty much. So my is like I used to Mr. Drippin and Mr. Drippin was like, that's kind of how I deal with my anxiety. I'm a jokester. And I know it's a serious matter, but that's how I ease it for myself.
Got it.
Like, you know what I'm saying. I was done for myself, so I won't feel so overwhelmed all the time.
Yes, I got it. How old are your babies, your kids?
My oldest will be 18, and my youngest is 8 or 9. And
wow.
He has left
okay.
So I have to watch on my plate.
Yeah.
I don't have time to sit down and help them. It's the work because the shift that I work is big. I don't want to make the shift to make sure.
Yeah. So, Mr. Curtis, I want you to make sure you're communicating with Mr. Curtis, because if there are some things that we can assist her with, we certainly will do that. If there are resources available, I wrote down housing assistance. We'll talk about that in staffing or one-on-one. But if there are things I'm sorry.
Job because the cost of living is so much higher now. They want you to make 3 times with the actual price of these homes, and they're like we work from $1,100 to $2,000 a month.
Yeah.
I'm leave here. I still have to work tonight. I have a job interview that I'm trying to get. Hopefully, I can make more money to be able to provide my better provide.
Absolutely, and we want you to do that. So you got to go get you a little bit of rest. And so we want you to do your interview today, and I hope that you do well. And so, Mr. Curtis, you have determined that Ms. Horton is not a violent offender and that she's not a substantial threat to the public. Is that correct?
Yes.
All right, very good. And Mr. Attorney Griffin, you've determined that your client is eligible to participate in our specialty court pursuant to Michigan law?
Yes, to my knowledge, Your Honor, yes.
All right, wonderful. Then I am accepting you into our program. I'm going to see her back so we have an opportunity to discuss assessments and things of that nature. Do you want her to come back next week? Because I think the following week is that week where I'm working remotely.
I think the 23rd will be best.
Okay.
Yeah, March 23rd.
Okay. How many Okay. All right. Okay. I'm rolling with Mr. Curtis. He calling the shots. All right. So you will return and you'll do it on Zoom. You don't have to, you only physically came in for your intake today. Okay, so that'll make things a little bit easy. All right. So you'll return to court on March 23rd at 8:35 a.m. and that'll be on Zoom, okay? All right, so nice to meet you. I look forward to working with you. All right, take care. All right, very good. All right, let's do it, Miss Brimage. Oh, and then Miss Mathis was a face-to-face, is that correct? I'll put a court date on the record right now, 200-579-1901 and 204-857-381 for Mahogany Mathis. What's her return to court date? All right, March 30th, 2022 at 8:35 a.m. And then I am going to, Mr. Epps did not come on from the Wayne County Jail. I didn't see the Wayne County Jail on. And so he's not here. We'll have to figure out, maybe they gave him a different date. I'm not certain, but I need the case manager to figure out what happened. You already know? Okay, all right. Yes, nobody's on, so something must have happened. All right, very good. And then I will go to, we'll come back to Ms. Smith. Let me do, where are your clients? All right, Mr. Fikens?
Yes, Your Honor. Yes, Your Honor.
Does Ms. Smith need to go in the breakout room? I've kind of kept her here for the morning because Ms. Smith, you told me you were gonna get that community service done and you didn't. What happened? Don't you give me no wild story. Just tell me you didn't do it. All right, so you're gonna get it done? Come on, Ms. Smith, we all rooting for you. Now, you know, we all always rooting for Antonia Smith. So I need you to work with us and root for yourself, okay? All right, let me put your case number. Just stay there, Ms. Brimage. I have Z8073141. State your name, speak loudly for me. All right, Ms. Smith. Ms. Smith is in the box today, for the attorneys. And Miss Jasmine is here, Miss Taylor is here. All right, I brought you in because you gave me your word that you were gonna get some stuff done. And so I don't want us to get down to the end and then you're not where you need to be to complete this program. You have made some great strides. Your progress has been phenomenal. I need you to keep going. I don't need you to get relaxed because you got a new place and all of that stuff and then start putting us on the back burner or putting you on the back burner, okay? All right, how's the new place going? All right, very good. You like it? I'm sorry? You did. All right. What about the kids? Do they like it? Tell them to do it. It's theirs. Yeah. All right. Very good. How's your daughter doing with her injury? Okay, but she's healing well. Good. All right. Where you going today? You all dutied up. I see you. Oh, all right. Do it, Miss Smith. I see you. All right. Very good. Okay, Miss Jasmine, what do you want to tell me about Miss Smith, if anything?
Outside of the issues with the community service, she is doing very well. She is compliant with her court order and her treatment plan, as well as she is in compliance with her drug screen.
All right, so you're in great shape. I'm not gonna hold you any longer. I said I was gonna hold you the whole morning. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Miss Taylor.
On the record that the fact that she is on track, she could be eligible to be promoted to phase 3, but we cannot do that until she completes the community service. So she's holding up her phase promotion. She did have a 12-month contract and she was admitted into the program May 12th of 2021, so she could be on schedule, but we're waiting on this completion of the community service hours. So if it's not completed and she's not promoted, she's going to extend past the 12-month original contract term.
Come on, Ms. Smith. All right, she's like, I'm going today. I'm not going. Look, even the gentleman in the back, he's not even a part of our special court. He's like, yeah, honey, go to community service today. All right, get it done. You're on track. Get it done. All right, do you have any questions for us today? Put your shoes on, ma'am. You going home, ma'am. Put your shoes on. She said she took her shoes off because she thought she was gonna be here all day. All right, no, put on your shoes, Miss Smith. You going home. I need you to get it. No, you going to your community service. I'm not gonna see you for a couple of weeks, right? You're gonna do the face-to-face in 2 weeks, and then I'll see her the third week. And then hopefully you're gonna be on track for completion, okay? All right, you've made such great progress and we are so proud of you, but you got to get that community service done. She really is putting on her shoes. All right, come on, Miss Taylor. Give me the dates for Miss Smith.
Face-to-face on March 23rd, 2022, and she will return to court via Zoom on March 30th, 2022 at 8:35 a.m.
All right, did you get that, Miss Smith? All right, yes, ma'am. Very good. Who do you have with you this morning? Good morning to you, sister. Are you older or younger? Oh, I was gonna say if you was older, I was gonna give you a belt. She had you sitting here all morning. I'm sorry. I thought you were with Miss Horton. You're the oldest. All right, so you set a good example. Oh, wow. Okay. All right. Out of 8, I'm the baby out of 8. I am the baby. Also my mother's favorite. Just need y'all to know that. Okay. Yes. She say the best for last. All right. I know I'm horrible. All right, Miss Smith, get going. Get that community service done, okay? All right, very good. All right, Miss Bridget, I'm really ready for you this time. Let's do it. Oh, Miss Whitley, do you have a return to court date for me, or is she coming on at 12 noon?
And you still heard her face because remember we had that issue with the elderly.
Right.
That's why she was
Yes. Is that your recommendation?
Yes.
Okay, then she should. And so let me put because I have it on my docket, 211-30805 for Asia Whitley. I am adjourning it to tomorrow, which is March the 10th. 2022, and will that be at 8:35 or what time do you ever coming in? Absolutely, I know she has to get those babies squared away. 10 o'clock a.m. Okay, in person. Yes. All right. Discharge from the program?
No, from jail, and she called you. And she was supposed to return.
We need to call. Can you call and find out? Because that's their protocol. No, I didn't set that date. But call and find out. Call Director Bowman and see if we can find out if she's cleared. Okay. All right. I'm moving on now to Miss Brimage. Who do you have up first? All right, Mr. Ali, are you on? And let me just say for the specialty court team, that's all of the cases for today, except Mr. Epps, and Mrs. Taylor's gonna find out what happened with the Wayne County Jail. He is in the Wayne County Jail. He has a probation matter that's going on as well. And so that's basically it. So for those for specialty court, Captain Johnson, thank you for being with us today. Did you have anything for the team?
No, thank you again for letting me be in the court and assist where I can. Just seeing it helps me stay motivated and helps me spread the message to how much we're helping people. So I appreciate it. Thank you for having me, Your Honor.
And we appreciate you all too. Thank you, Captain Johnson. All right, let's go to Adam Ali. I have the following matter for Mr. Ali. SP 117-16341. Ms. Brimage, your appearance. All right, thank you. Mr. Ali, please state your name.
Adam Ali.
All right, good morning to you, sir.
Good morning.
Okay, how are we proceeding? Ms. Brimage, your report?
Your Honor, on December 8th, 2021, Mr. Ali was placed on 3-month delayed sentence. He was ordered to complete the driver school at Arms, the traffic safety program at Arms, to pay fines and costs. He has a zero balance, and he was also supposed to write a one-page paper for the DEP. Before we proceed, I would just like to give him accolades because he wasn't assigned to me. He called the probation department, he ended up getting in touch with me, and he was very proactive in finding out who his probation officer was, what he was supposed to do. And again, he still isn't assigned to me today, but I've been working with him since I know I had to days.
All right.
He's very proactive.
Very good, very good. And he's done everything he's supposed to do.
And he has to pay. Okay.
All right, you ready to read that paper to me, Mr. Ali?
Yeah, I can read it too.
Yes, sir. Please proceed.
All right. Hi, my name is Adam, and this is why you should follow the orders of a police officer. If you don't follow the orders of a police officer, you or someone else could get injured or killed. You could cause a car accident or someone could hit you. If we were all to not follow the orders of a police officer, there would be car accidents left and right. Police officers are here to make sure we all live our lives safely and make sure no one is in danger. You must follow the orders of a police officer because if we don't, anyone would do what they want and drive how they want. For example, if we were not to follow the law of driving under the influence, everyone would drive under the influence. Car accidents would happen way more often, which would cause car insurance to go up. People would drive as fast as they want and wouldn't go the speed limit. They wouldn't stop at red lights or stop signs. This is why we should all follow the lawful orders of a police officer.
All right, so you understand those laws are in place to protect you, right?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, very good. You learned your lesson, Mr. Ali?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, very good. Ms. Brimage, and I do want to applaud you for being proactive, taking care of business. You know, when they're young and they come before me, I get nervous because I hate to send young people to jail, but I will. And I won't have to do that with you, Mr. Ali. All right, Mr. Ficus, was there anything you wanted to add? Is this pursuant to a delayed sentence? So he's going to get a dismissal today. Yes. All right, Mr. Ficus, anything you want to add as to Mr. Ali? Oh, you're on mute, Mr. Ficus.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. He sounded like a very cooperative young man. When we spoke, he had his letter prepared, and I thought that's good, ready to read it for you. And I thought, well, that's taking responsibility. And you have, sir. We're proud of you for doing that. And keep up the good work as you go through life. And at this point in time, Judge, I'd move to dismiss this matter without prejudice because of his compliance.
All right, very good. Thank you, Attorney Ficus. The matter is dismissed without prejudice. Thank you, Ms. Brimage. Thank you, Mr. Ali. You will get your closing documents, your dismissal in the mail. Be safe and take good care of yourself, okay?
Thank you, you too. You all have a good one.
All right, thank you. All right. Ms. Wilson, at this time, I am going to admit everyone, and I forgot to do this, that's in the waiting room. All right, I'm going to ask everyone, please mute your device. If you are joining us, please put on your camera so that we know that you're here. And if your last name begins with an A, or you are not on my specialty court docket, you are going to get an invitation to a breakout room. Please accept that invitation. and go to the breakout room and speak with an attorney. In addition, there is someone that's just on an iPhone. We have no idea who you are. So if you could place your name on the device, that would be great. All right, who do you have up next? And then who, did someone go in the breakout room with the gentleman that's sitting in the courtroom?
No, I gotta go sign them.
Okay, so if we can get him in the breakout room, that would be great. All right. Mr. Anderson, well, I think we had to turn his camera off because he was flexing all in front of the camera.
Yes, Judge, that was him. There he is.
Yeah. All right, let me find Mr. Anderson. Give me 1 second. I have you. I am ready on Mr. Anderson. Oh, that's scheduled for 10:30. All right, I have the following matters. Now, he has a couple of things that are scheduled for pre-trial, and then I see a couple of things for review. So I'll call them all and you all can tell me what's going on. I have the following for Mr. Anderson. U1, strike that, U512-77219, case number 194358191, count, and also count 2. I have case number SP4611261, case number SP7801511, and case number U377-58717. Ms. Brimage, your appearance for the record. Thank you. Mr. Anderson, state your full name for me, please.
D. Leonard Anderson.
All right, thank you. Okay, Mr. Fikens or Ms. Brimage, what's going on with all the cases for Mr. Anderson?
Well, I just want, from an overview standpoint, Judge, I looked at those cases. It appears that he took a plea on some of the matters, almost all the matters, I think, but it wasn't recorded as such. So when you say, when there's an indication of a pretrial, there's no guilty plea as such, but there's a requirement for him to do certain things through probation. So I don't know if that was part of a dismissal that was going to go over or get dismissed when he completed his probation or not. I just don't know at this point in time, but we can figure that out. He is here for a review mostly, Judge. All the cases seem to reflect that he's here to have his matter reviewed. I know that there are some deficiencies in that, and I'll let Ms. Brimage explain that because that's the one thing that we want to put on track. And I'll let Ms. Brimage go ahead.
Okay, thank you. So Ms. Brimage, I'm a little confused. I have a couple of things scheduled for pretrial and 3 things scheduled for review. Can you clarify?
So the ticket that I have is the OT 512-77219. He was before you on January 5th, 2022.
Is that on my docket? Oh, yes. Okay.
So that's the one probation. He was before you on that was a referral date was January 5th. Me and you spoke in length because I did not get the file until February 18th. So we spoke in length about it. I actually wanted to send him the information in the mail because I was the court date stuff. After we spoke that day, I did send a letter to the address and file and came back. So he never called the court. He never called the probation department to find out who was probation. So I haven't had any contact.
But Mr. Anderson was before me, Mr. Fikens, when I sentenced him, right?
He was, Judge, and
so he knew that there were things he was supposed to do. And so are you telling me from January to March he did nothing? He didn't find out, hey, wait a minute, I don't have my community service, I haven't taken any classes, I've not paid any fines and costs. You mean he didn't do anything?
Yes, Judge, the unfortunate part
I was trying to, the thing is, it was only a 1 day for the class, and it was like within.
No, not the class I gave him. My class isn't 1 day, is it?
It's a 2-day class, so he may have had the one day. But I haven't had contact.
It's like I didn't. When you told me that you wanted me to pay for the class, I was kind of under the interpretation that I would just have to call and get the address. My lawyer at the time, he had gave me the address. So I called them instantly. I looked them up and instantly called them, and they told me how much it would cost. And I was thinking I was supposed to do it like that. But when time had passed and it was like 2 months later, the class was one day, and I had tried to call down there to get the address so I could really pop up in person. It was they told me that they was gonna like call somebody, and that person gonna call me. I called down there to you guys, or not sure. I think they called your office.
Mr. Anderson, did you pay your fines and costs?
Yes.
He's paid his fines and costs in full? What else has Mr. Anderson done for probation? The probation I placed him on.
This is my first time. As I told you, I didn't get the file till February.
Right, but it's March. He should have been proactive to do the things that he needed to do, Mr. Reed, Mr. Ficus, because we don't babysit. We adjudicate and we give orders, but we don't babysit.
We don't judge, and we're not offering any excuses for that. What did happen though is a couple things beyond his control. The address here was not the address that was on the ticket was not his current address. I've since chatted with Ms. Brimage, so she does have his correct address, and I can send that to her if she did not get it in the chat. That's one thing, so that any letter she sent out was returned and he didn't know about it. I know that Ms.
So then he should have contacted the court.
He should have done better than what he did, Judge. He says he tried to make a couple contacts with the court.
With and who did he speak with, and what did they tell him to do?
They told me.
Who did you call? Because I need to know who the anonymous they is.
It was. I think it was like the clerk, not at your office, like probably down.
So why would you call anybody else other than my clerk?
Because when they told me that they were sending me to you. They was trying to, we was trying to get sent over to you,
Mr. Anderson, you knew how to dial into my courtroom, right? So if somebody said they were sending you to me and you didn't get to me, or you didn't get to my clerk, the same way you zoomed on this morning, you could have zoomed on. Am I right?
Yeah, I didn't know if that was really appropriate. I really did. I'm sorry.
So you think it's appropriate to come back to this court and not have done everything that the court ordered you to do? You find that to be more appropriate than dialing into a courtroom and saying, look, I'm trying to get some assistance so I can be on track with what the court ordered me to do?
I know for a fact I was really trying. I want
you to answer my question. Did you answer my question?
No, I didn't. I feel like I could have did better. You're right. I could have.
Yeah, you need to acknowledge you could have done better. Did he pay anything on his ticket? I didn't even assess money. I waited. I said I wanted to see what he was going to do.
No, attend the class and have them texted. They wasn't the service.
And the matters that are scheduled for pretrial, what do they say? Were they scheduled to be dismissed upon completion of, or what's going on with those? Because I need to understand why they're saying pretrial. What's on the back of the physical ticket? Because I would have written it up. I'm outdone. Mr. Ficus, did you hear that? I did not assess any fines and costs. I gave him some things to do and he did not get them done.
No, look, I called this morning. And
now you look.
The ticket people, when I went yesterday, when I went like 2 days ago to trying to fill them out, the lady, I got the paper and everything. She like highlighted these green ones, like this is what you're going to court on and you should just pay these. So I did that. And then I just called today, when I was zooming in, and like I tried to, and I really did call up there. I really was calling up there to try to, Judge, and they told me that they was gonna call me back twice.
If I could,
or that somebody would be contacting me.
If I could interrupt my client, and
I didn't.
Judge, I think there was some effort on his part. Seems like he came to court. Seems like he paid off some of his costs on other matters. I think he's.
Are any of those matters on my docket today, Mr. Fikens? I'm just trying to sort through.
I'm not sure because I would tend to think that some of them are, but I couldn't see the document well enough to pick out numbers, but I'm glad to see that he paid off something, whether or not they are on your docket, Judge, because it shows that he is taking this a little bit seriously. Could he have done better? Of course he could have done better, and he should have come back to court. He could zoom in, he could do all sorts of things. And I don't want you to interpret, if I can make an argument on his behalf, that his excuses are something that shows that he's not taking this seriously, because I know he is taking it seriously. He wants to do right. There were a couple unforeseen circumstances. He didn't have the right address, so he was not being able to be contacted by letter. And Ms. Brimage showed me that the letter came back, and he does have a completely different address. That's not an excuse. He should overcome that, and part of in this process, meaning you figure out ways to overcome it. And he wants to prove to you, Judge, that he has the ability to overcome this and do the things right and in the right way and follow this court's orders. That's what he wants to show you, Judge.
All right. I'm looking at an ROA for 2 matters that
Hello.
you don't get to come on here saying hello. Please mute yourself. We're in court. Thank you so much. All right. So, Mr. Fikens, the last matter in Ms. Brimage that I called, that matter has been paid in full and it is closed. For case number U512-77219, which is the case that was probation, this one is pending because he has not done the class and
Right.
the class and what else, I'm sorry, and the testing, HIV testing. All right. All right. And I gave him the class at eBay. Through Southwest Detroit Community Justice Center. That's where I want him to go. It should say through Southwest Detroit Community Justice Center. And it's the prostitution offenders class. All right. And so what about the other matters that are on?
Oh, okay, I did find my notes from the judge. Yes, we were supposed to do the testing, we were supposed to do the course, the 2 courses. Yes.
I know, but I don't have 2.
Exactly. HIV test. But the other stuff was going to be based on if you completed that.
Meaning dismissed?
I don't know about dismissed. That's not my, I don't have.
Right, so I need to see the ROAs because I need to know where we are with the other 4 matters. I have 2 and I'm good on those, but there are 4 others. Now, I don't know. So that 194355819 counts 1 and 2, and then there are 2 more. So, Mr. Fikens, I believe what you may be requesting is additional time for your client to complete what he should have completed. Ms. Brimage, is that what you're requesting as well?
Yes, Your Honor, and I also requested the phone number and address.
All right, listen, Mr. Anderson, this is going to be your last shot. You're going to get this done. You need to give Mr. Fikens a good telephone number and mailing address for you. Because if you don't, we're not going to be responsible for your not getting any documentation or what have you that Ms. Brimage may need to send to you. And so on today, You need to connect with Ms. Brimage so she can get you set up for Southwest Detroit Community Justice Center to take their prostitution offenders program, to do their program. At that program, they will do the HIV testing. And so you need to make sure you do their program. Again, I don't need to know your results. I just want to know that you took the test. I don't present your results to me at all. Can I get ROAs for the other 4 matters?
Yeah. I don't know my number on the record.
Your office number, yes. You need to take down, do you have a pen right now? I see you with the pen. All right, take down Ms. Brimige's number and you need to call her on today. Ms. Brimage?
It's 313.
Hold on 1 second. Oh man, we'll go up. 313
965
935
965.
So it's 313-965.
Yes. 3418.
341. Okay. What time to call?
Read that to me.
Read the phone number back, sir, just to make sure you got it.
313-965-3418.
Yes. I'm in the courtroom right now for a call between 12:30 and 1. I should be at my desk by
Okay.
Okay, that's fine. All right, so I need to see, let me see, 8191. Let's see what is, this one is still pending. And what's in the notes for this one? Yeah, see. For what? But wait to see what he did on that one to adjudicate these. All right, so this is what I'm going to do because it looks like this is the same thing. Now, there's no note as to what I said or what I wanted to do. Right, but I still would have said what I wanted to do. Hold on, let me see. That's for this one. It's not. Okay, let me look at the next one. I'm still missing 2. Yeah, you get that. So that was a repeat one that I got. So I got the 1 ending in 91. I have the 1 ending in 92. And then this is the one ending in the 8717. I already had that. It's both of them, yes. Okay. Ms. Brenda, I know I'm just trying to sort it out to make sure that it says that it's disposed of. So why is this still showing up on my docket?
Yeah, this morning I went to go pay for all of it. So I don't know if that's a problem or that's why anything coming up wrong.
Yeah, these other two that say review, they are already disposed of. So, and they have zero balances on them. Because his bond was applied. And so I'm not certain why this would still appear on my docket.
Judge,
Okay, got it. All right, so we're gonna remove those. We're gonna close this one. So it sounds like, Mr. Fikens, the only thing that should be before me is the offer to engage and the no op and the no insurance.
Yes.
That are the two, and they're all three free trials. So what I'm going to do, Mr. Fikens, is make sure if we could go back and find what the offer was. If there was an offer, maybe there was an offer. I don't know if there was an offer. Is that in the file? He doesn't always.
I don't know how old this is in the file, but I don't know how old this.
Let me just see.
And Judge, if I might, I would imagine that if
There's an offer. There's an offer that if he pleads to the OTE, then it would be amended to disorderly conduct. And that the other two matters that are in pretrial status would be dismissed without prejudice. And so the caption on those two that are pretrial, I needed to just be, I don't know if y'all can put in adjourn to dismiss or adjourn to pay or something, but not pretrial. It should be adjourn to dismiss or adjourn to pay. And actually there, if you could put in adjourn to dismiss, that's what it should say. And so the only one that we're waiting to hear on is the one that he still has things to do, Mr. Fikens. And thank you all for working through that, because I needed clarification. Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, Judge.
Yes, ma'am. It should be amended in the system pursuant to the plea offer from the people that's signed by Ms. Nemi. It should be amended to to disorderly conduct. Yes. And so I'm going to give another day to give Mr. Anderson the opportunity to call Ms. Brimage today and to get his things done. Otherwise, Mr. Anderson, if you don't have it done when this next court date, you need to physically come into the courthouse, okay?
Okay.
Understood?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, very good. How much time are you recommending? It should be, and if he doesn't get in, he needs to call immediate so that I can make some adjustments. He can't wait till his day of court. So what I'm going to do is I will schedule this for, today is the 9th. I'm gonna schedule this review for Tuesday. We said we're gonna have you come on Tuesday, April 19th. April 19th, 2022, and I'll schedule it for 10:00 a.m. That's going to be a review for the offer to engage and an adjourn to dismiss for the remaining two matters. Those other three matters that were scheduled for review are closed because they have been paid. All right. All right, Mr. Anderson, we on the same page?
Yeah, can you repeat the court date one more time?
It is April 19th. That's a Tuesday, 2022, and that's going to be at 10:00 a.m., okay?
Okay, yep, I'm gonna be calling her at 12.
Today, you need to call her today, all right? All right, thank you, Mr. Anderson, take care.
Thank you, Anna.
Sent you a text message.
Yes, I'm on the record, I'll get it, yes. All right. All right, very good. You have one more person? And is he here today? Okay, well, let's call the case. I don't want to hold you up. All right, tell me the name on the case.
Alexander Anetta.
Last name Alexander? Annette, okay. Okay, let me place it on the record. Mr. Fikens? Is there an attorney in the courtroom for my docket? I have to wait till they come back. All right, can I get the file? If Mr. Smith, Attorney Smith has checked in, I'd like to get his file. Any check-ins, I need those files. All right.
Well, he's not here, but I don't know, if you want to write on that?
Yes, that's fine.
Okay.
All right, very good. Attorney Smith, I'm ready to call your case for Mr. Noman and Anwar. Are you ready to proceed?
Thank you, Your Honor. Yes.
Where is your client with us?
He was on Zoom and he left, but he couldn't get back in. But I think it's just a civil infraction.
No, he's not. It's not a civil infraction. So he's in the waiting room. I'm gonna admit it, okay?
Thanks.
I do see him in the waiting room. There's your client. All right, very good. I'm gonna call it at this time. SP 118-48641. Counsel, your appearance.
May it please this honorable court, Marvin Smith on behalf of the defendant.
All right, thank you, and good morning to you, Attorney Smith. And then Mr. Anwar, would you please state your name for the record?
Yes, ma'am. First name's Noman, last name's Anwar.
All right, thank you and good morning. All right, counsel, this is show cause on this morning. Your client failed to appear for the arraignment. How are you proceeding?
We're gonna stand mute, but we want to resolve it today. So if there's an offer from the prosecutor, we'll take that offer.
Okay, you have not spoken with the prosecutor?
No, but sometimes they put the offer with the file.
Judge, if I might interrupt just to help Mr. Smith. I talked to the prosecutor about this case before I knew it was Mr. Smith. And I apologize for speaking with your client, Mr. Smith, but there was some thought that if he had a valid license, which he showed to me that he did have a valid license, the prosecution might be willing to dismiss. That's as far as I took it. Then I heard that he had retained attorney. So that's where it was left. I think Mr. Rosenthal is at least online and maybe can be contacted.
Mr. Rosenthal is here physically in the courtroom.
Yes, good morning, Your Honor. Matthew Rosenthal for the people, may it please the court. I am in the courtroom. On this case, is it just the one offense of the driving while license suspended?
There was also a civil infraction for prohibited left turn. It's not on my docket. I'm assuming it's defaulted. Yeah, your client, he didn't show up.
Oh, okay.
It's defaulted.
Yeah, we need your client here, Mr. Smith. I'm sorry, Attorney Smith.
He's here.
You can't go forward with the process without your client.
He's there. He's on.
Yes.
So the other one's in default. If the judge at her discretion wants to pull it out of default, that's on the judge if she would like to do so. But as of now, the only thing I can recommend is a amendment to it. Fail to display the driving while license is suspended. The other ticket's in default, so I can't do anything with that at this point.
He paid that other ticket.
He paid the other ticket. All right, very good.
If I may, Your Honor, I'm going to change that since it's paid per payment of civil infraction, I will dismiss the misdemeanor.
All right, wonderful. Any objection on the dismissal of the misdemeanor?
No, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right, very good. The matter is dismissed without prejudice. Thank you for your patience this morning.
Thank you, ma'am.
All right, thank you.
Your Honor. And I enjoyed your speech at Hartford. I was on the Zoom when you spoke. It's really very good. Yes.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Smith. All right.
It was just a phenomenal speech. You're thanking the mother. I've never heard that. And it was just a really good thought.
Yes, my mother-in-law, she was awesome. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you, Mr. Smith. Good to see you.
Thanks. Good seeing you. Thanks.
All right. Take care. All right. I am now ready on, are we ready on Anetta? Mr. Ficus, I needed you in the courtroom on Anetta. I have the following for Anetta. I have case number U597-13421. Ms. Brimage. A little bit louder.
Jasmine Burnett on behalf of the probation department.
Yes, all right. Miss, I accepted a plea of guilty on behalf of Miss, is it Miss or Mr.? Mr. Anetta on February 23rd, 2022. He was sent to probation, had to do yes, Attorney Griffin.
Your Honor, that's what I want to say. That client was in the breakout room with me. He was with the A's, so I think he's still in there. So I would ask the court we can move him out of there.
Has he done anything?
I mean, he could be in the needs plus.
No, but I'm saying there was a whole bunch of other stuff I ordered him to do. Oh, yeah, Miss, your client is probably gonna need to come in, not probably. Your client is going to need to come in. So Miss Wilson, you can pull that person out of the breakout room. Let's not hold you up. They have some real problems. Okay, Attorney Griffin?
Yes, because I did look at the register of actions, Your Honor. He was just sentenced like a month ago, or less than a month ago.
Absolutely, but there were some things I said he had to do immediately.
Okay, understood.
And so he's had a month to do those things immediately. Wait, I'm sorry. We're in March. Yes. Okay, so he has 2 weeks. I sent him for screening. You're saying he didn't do it.
No, and he said he couldn't. I asked him why didn't you take that when he was placed on probation?
Yeah, I was very clear. So he needs to come in. And he needs to screen today. So as soon as we can get him from breakout, I'll recall that case, okay?
All right.
Mr. Griffin, if you all could work on that, that's fine.
She says she's trying to get him out.
Okay.
Your Honor,
Any other cases that are ready?
Yes, Judge.
Yeah, but right before, if Miss Wilson, if you can put me in the other breakout room. Sorry, not 6, the other one with I think breakout room 2.
I'm sorry, what do you need, Mr. Griffin?
I've already met with the person that's in person, the in-person defendant. I'm just asking to go back to my original breakout room, and that's where that's where the defendant you all are talking about is right now.
He's on. Okay. He hasn't turned his video on.
Okay.
And Your Honor, I'm ready on 2 matters, and they are in the courtroom.
Let me get Mr. Anetta, because that's gonna be really, really easy, because he's gotta come into the courthouse. I'm calling you 597-13421. Mr. Anetta, state your name, please.
You're muted, sir.
You are on mute.
Hello?
Yes, state your name and get in the camera, please. State your name. Unmute yourself.
Hello?
State your name, sir.
Alexander Anetta.
All right. Ms. Bremish, let me have you put your report on. Mr. Anetta, you're gonna have to come join us here in the courthouse. You didn't comply with the court's orders, so you need to physically report to 36th District Court, okay?
I stated that I didn't have a job, but I do have.
Mr. Anetta, and I stated to you that we would pay for it. So I'm not, Mr. Griffin, I'm not doing this.
On Friday, so I wasn't able to.
Mr. Anetta, please stop talking for a second, Mr. Anetta.
Mr. Anetta?
I'm sorry.
Ms. Anetta, I don't do excuses. I ordered you to go and test, and we would have paid for it. You didn't comply with this court's order, so you need to come into the courthouse, okay?
All right. When do I need to come down, and what do I need to do?
You need to come today if you'd like, or you can come first thing in the morning.
Okay, who do I need to see when I come down there and so on and so forth?
You need to come and see me. You have to see me. You're gonna come see me in courtroom 133. On your way here, you're going to test.
One, three, three. All right, is there anything else that I need?
Sir, did you hear me say that you must test today?
I'm sorry, you were breaking up.
No, you're breaking up. I need you to get somewhere where you can do your hearing. Miss Brimage, call him on the phone, Attorney Griffin. He must report to the court. I'm going to give him until 10 o'clock tomorrow morning to report. He must test today.
Okay.
And even if we need to find a way to pay for it, he must test today.
Okay.
So I'm going to indicate must test today. I'm adjourning this matter for March 10th, 2022. I'll put it on for 10 o'clock a.m. And so his failure to appear at 36th District Court is going to result in probably 10 days in the Wayne County Jail.
Yes, Your Honor.
All
And I'm
right.
going to
And
call
his
him right
failure-
now.
His failure to test as well. If he doesn't test today, when he comes in tomorrow, he's going to the jail.
Yes, Your Honor.
On your first order, he was supposed to test the day that he left court.
I know he was supposed to test on the 23rd, and he didn't do it. And now all of a sudden he has a horrible connection. So Mr. Griffin, you all connect with him. Let him know I don't do excuses. I gave him instructions on what to do. And so now I'm moving
Yes, Your
on with
Honor.
my doctor. All right,
Yes, Your
thank
Honor.
you. All right. Mr. Vikings, are we ready on anything else? I have a 12:30 bench meeting that I will be leaving to go to.
Yes, Your Honor, we're ready on Sadiq Al-Dalam.
I don't see them. I see Mr. Andrews is at work. Who has Mr. Andrews' case?
I did not speak to him, Judge. I don't know. He was in a waiting room.
Who did you speak to, Mr. Andrews?
Griffin.
I spoke to Mr. Griffin.
All right, Mr. Griffin, Attorney Griffin.
Yes, Your Honor. I was talking to the Mr. Arnetta.
All right, no problem. Let's do Deontay Andrews. He's at work, and then Mr. Fikens, I'll come to you. I just
Yes.
want to get that young man back to work, okay?
Yes, Your Honor. I have one question. My client wants to know where are you asking him to test? That's the only thing he asked me. So I just want to make sure I
Ms.
communicate
Brimage,
that.
is he going to JAMS?
ATS, it's a referral at ATS.
There's a referral at ATS. He's already been given all that information, Mr. Griffin. He's playing. Tell him he's
Okay.
not funny. He's already been given all that information. All right, we ready on Deontay Andrews? I
We
have
are,
the
Your Honor.
following.
Yes.
I have the following.
Yes, ma'am.
I have the following matters. I have SP 118-5483, counts 1,
So you
2,
want me to
and
just
3.
go to the drug
Mr.
test?
Andrews, please state your full name.
Deontay Thomas Marlon Andrews.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your patience this morning. Counsel, how are we proceeding?
Your Honor, Herman Griffin appearing on behalf of the defendant. It's my understanding there's a recommendation. I've spoken with the prosecutor. There are 3 tickets. My client is pleading to an amended charge, a failure to display. The no insurance charge is being dismissed, and the unregistered motor vehicle is being dismissed.
All right, very good. Is that your understanding, Mr. Andrews?
Yes, Your Honor.
Please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give will be the truth and nothing but the truth? So help you God.
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you. You can place your hand down. Mr. Griffin, you may proceed.
Yes, Your Honor. Sir, do you understand that you have a right to a trial in all these matters?
Yes, I do.
Do you understand by pleading guilty, accepting, or in general, accepting any type of recommendation in this matter, you give up your rights that you would have had at trial?
Yes, I do.
Has anybody forced you or threatened you or promised you anything other than what's on the record to plead guilty?
Not at all.
Okay. Are you pleading guilty because you are guilty?
Yes.
Okay. And like I said, you understand that after you plead guilty, you can't come back later and say you want a trial. You understand that?
Yes, I do understand.
May I proceed, Your Honor?
Yes, you may.
Sir, on the date and time in question, is it true that you were driving in the city of Detroit?
Correct.
Is it also true that you were pulled over by a Detroit police officer?
Yes.
Did you fail to present a valid driver's license to that police officer upon demand?
Yes.
Okay. And did you receive a ticket or citation for a license violation?
I think it came through the mail through the my previous address, but it
So
didn't like
did
come to
you telling me you didn't receive a ticket that day when you got pulled
Oh
over?
no, yeah, I
That's
did.
what I'm talking about.
Oh yeah, I did.
Okay. Your Honor, is the court satisfied?
I'm satisfied. I am accepting your plea of guilty. I'm amending the charge to failure to display. The remaining 2 matters will be dismissed without prejudice upon completion of the payment of your fines and costs. Mr. Griffin, is there anything you need me to know before sentencing?
Your Honor, my client has just started his orientation for his new job. So we asked the court to, I believe he indicated to me he needed 45 days. Is that still will that still work for you, sir?
30 between 30 and 45 would be fine.
So if I said 45, that works?
Yeah, that works perfect.
Okay, thank you, sir.
All right. I am going to give you until April 28th to get everything paid. At the time that you get it paid, you'll get your dismissals. So April 28th, 2022 at 10:30 a.m. I'll put it on my docket. If you don't get your fines and costs paid by that date or before that date, you do need to come back to court. I'm assessing the cost at $200 and the fine at $25. Anything else for my consideration?
No, Your Honor.
Nothing else?
Nothing
All right.
else.
Very good. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Do well on your new job.
I will. Thank you.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right. There's an individual that's here in the courtroom. Give me the last name of that individual, please.
That's Al Samari.
All right. Let me have them come on. I'm going to service him and then I'll go back to the virtual courtroom. I have the following. I have case numbers SP 1222832, counts 1 and 2. These are scheduled for show cause. Sir, state your name for me very loudly. Now, is that loudly to you? All right, thank you, and good morning to you, sir. All right, how are we proceeding, Attorney Byrne?
Yes, good morning, Your Honor, again. Yes, we have an offer by the people, and Mr. Al-Samari has been made aware of his rights, and he'd like to avail himself of that offer.
All right, wonderful. What is the offer?
Oh, I apologize, Your Honor. Your Honor, the offer is to amend count 2 to improper plates and dismiss the second count.
All right, very good. Please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give will be the truth and nothing but the truth? So help you God. I have to hear you.
I do.
All right, thank you. Place your hand down. Mr. Barton, you may proceed with your line of questioning.
Thank you. Mr. Al-Samari, if you can hear me clearly, I'm going to ask a few questions. Just go ahead in the affirmative if you can, and the negative if not. So, sir, I'm going to ask, are you aware that by taking a plea, you would be giving up your right to a trial by either jury or by the judge herself on the bench, correct?
Yes, sir.
It's a little hard to hear you. I apologize. If you could speak up a little, sir. Thank you. Sorry about that. And you're aware that you'd be giving up your right to have witnesses testify for or against you, correct?
Yes, sir.
And you're aware that you would be giving up your right, one, to testify to testify yourself. Also, you'd be also giving up the right to an appeal should you try to appeal later, correct?
Yes, sir.
All right. And lastly, you understand that any fees or fines are due at the time of assessment, which would be today, correct?
I told you I don't have no money on my order.
I recall that we were going to speak to the judge and request, if possible, an extension. But you are aware that by taking the plea today, that those fines and fees are due at the time of assessment, which is today, correct?
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you, sir. And Your Honor, I believe that will satisfy the rights. Would you like me to go to the factual basis?
Yes, please.
Thank you, Your Honor. So, Mr. Alsa Murray, I'm going to bring you back to the date on the ticket involving SP 122283, count 2. Were you in fact driving in the city of Detroit, County of Wayne?
Yes, sir.
And at that time, were you accosted by an officer?
Yes, sir.
All right. And at that time, were you in fact driving a vehicle that did not have the proper plates?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Would that satisfy the court, Your Honor?
Satisfied. I'm accepting your plea of guilty. I am amending the charge to improper plates, and I'm ready for sentencing.
Thank you, Your Honor. Again, Mr. Alsa Murray was just about to allude to the fact that one, he mentioned he was not working at the time, Your Honor, so he would need a little bit of time if possible from the court, and any leniency if possible as well, as he's in the process of looking for a job. Very respectful gentleman, and he has been so in the back room. So anything the court can do to help, we would appreciate. Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, very good. How are you providing for yourself if you're not working?
My brother helped me here, you know.
I'm sorry?
My brother helped me. My brother.
Your brother,
Yeah, my brother
okay,
helped me, my family, you know.
okay.
I've been sick, I've been going, I was in the hospital, you know, coming in and out. So,
All right, so I'm not gonna assign you community service because you've been sick. So I'll give you enough time to pay your fines and costs, okay?
thank you.
All right, you're very welcome. I'm going to assess the cost in the amount of $195. The fine will be $25. I'll waive any lien or penalties that have been assessed because your client didn't appear for court. And so how much time do you need to pay it?
Give me, like a month and a half till I know my taxes, maybe somebody.
Okay, you need a month and a half, so this is what I'll do. I will give you until, I'll adjourn this to pay on May, let's do May 20th, 2022. If for some reason you don't get it paid, you need to come back to court on that date at 10:38 hours. And then once you get this paid, your other matter will be dismissed, okay? All right, so you're in good shape. Thank you for your patience today. All right, very good. Take care.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Mr. Bird. All right,
Thank you, Your Honor.
what are we ready on now? Mr. Fikens, you ready to roll now?
We are ready to roll, Judge. The first person up is Sadiq Al-Dalam.
Where is that individual?
I
I don't
think
see them in the courtroom.
his camera's been disabled, Judge. At least that's what they're telling me. Mr. Al-Dalam, please turn on your camera if you can.
Yes, there we
Yes,
go.
I'm
All right,
on.
very good. I have the following. I have case number U620533321. Sir, please state your full name for me.
Okay, my first name is Sadiq. My last name is Al-Dailam.
Thank you, and good morning to you.
Good morning to you, Your Honor.
All right, today is the date scheduled for arraignment. Mr. Fikens, how are we proceeding?
Judge, there's a recommendation from the people that if he pleads guilty to not having a license, they would recommend dismissing upon payment of any costs and fines, no doubt, and dismissing when he obtains that license. And my client wishes to avail himself of that offer.
Okay, I only have one ticket for Mr. Al-Dalam. Are you saying there's another ticket?
No, just one ticket.
I'm sorry, then I didn't hear you correctly. You said that in exchange for his plea of guilty, what are the people offering?
Once he gets his license, the case could be dismissed. So it'll have to be held on to for a while, Judge, until he shows proof that the license is presented or is obtained.
Got it. And when is your client planning to get that license?
Well, he's working with the owner of the establishment. They've done all the inspections. They only have to be inspected by the city at this point, Judge. So that's a little out of their control. I would imagine back when we were doing those things, it would take about 60 days. I hate to ask for that much time, Judge, but I think if we could do that.
All right. All right, very good. Raise your right hand for me, sir. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, I do.
Thank you. Mr. Fikens, you may proceed.
Thank you. Sir, you understand that in this matter, you have a right to a trial, correct?
Yes.
And you wish to give up that right and enter a guilty plea today, correct?
Yes.
Are you making this decision freely and voluntarily?
Yeah.
Has anyone forced you into doing this or promised you anything to get you to plead guilty today?
No.
Your Honor, I'm satisfied as to his constitutional waiver. May I do a factual basis?
Yes, you may.
Thank you. Sir, on the date and time of this citation, I know you weren't the owner of the business, but were you operating the business? Were you working there?
Yes, I do.
And you received a ticket for that, is that correct?
Yes.
And that was for not having a business license, correct?
Yes.
And presently, the company does not have a business license. Am I correct in that?
Yes.
But you and the owner are working hard to get that license together,
Yes.
right?
They working on everything together. Yes.
Very good. Thank you, Judge. I'm satisfied.
All right, very good. I'm accepting your plea of guilty. All right, this is a gas station. Are you currently still in business?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, join us, the man that cussed me the last time he was here. All right, thought I'd forget, huh? All right, Mr. Fikens, I need your client to really. I need your client to really work on getting that license for his business. I really need you to work on that. I'm going to give the 60 days, but that's a long time, Mr. Fikens. So I need that license to come through in 60 days, okay?
Yes, Judge. And I've told him that if this court would consider that if he gets the license earlier, perhaps he can come in, just zoom in like he did today. And I would ask this court to maybe consider his request for dismissal at that time.
And I certainly will. I definitely will. All right. Mr. Fikens, I am accepting the plea of guilty. I'll dismiss upon proof that he has the license. I am assessing our cost in the amount of $200 and the fine in the amount of $200. When will your client be able to get that paid?
Judge, we'd ask for 1 week's time to pay that.
All right, that's fine. I am going to adjourn this to pay. I'll adjourn it for, let's see, I'll do March 18th, 2022, and that'll be at 10:30 a.m. If for some reason you don't get it paid, you do need to come back to court. With respect to the review for the license, however, I will schedule that review. I'll schedule that one. Can I schedule it for May 31st?
Yes, Your Honor. That would be wonderful.
All right, May 31st, 2022. I'll schedule that at 10 o'clock a.m. All right. Wait, let me make sure. Can you check my dates?
I didn't say no.
I'm good? Okay, I can't remember where I'm traveling. All right, very good. All right, you're all set. Thank you so much for your patience this morning, sir. Okay, get your license.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, bye-bye.
So how much the amount of money she say for that payment?
$400, sir.
400.
400?
Yes.
By the 18th.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Before the 19th, yes. Thank you. All right. Who do we have up next, Mr. Fikens?
Ms. Allen, Ms. Couture Allen.
All right, Ms. Allen, good morning to you.
Good morning.
I have the following. I have case number SP 9281502, case number 184669811, and case number 184669812. Ms. Allen, state your full name for me, please.
Katira Allen.
I can't hear you, I'm sorry.
Katira Allen.
All right, thank you so much. This is an arraignment on the bench warrant. Mr. Fikens, how are we proceeding? There are more tickets? Oh, where are they? Oh, I'm sorry. I missed 13. Oh, she has a number of tickets. All right, I need to call the rest of the tickets. They're all arraignments on the bench warrant. Thank you. I have SP 338181, counts 1, 2, and 3. I have case number SP 7267011, and that's counts 1 and 2. And then I have case number SP 9281501. All right, Mr. Ficus, these are all arraignments on the bench warrant. That means your client has been given ample opportunity to get it together at 36, and she has not. What are we doing today?
The judge, she wants to get it together today. And she's working hard on that, Your Honor. Because she's shown her registration and insurance, she's properly insured. She's trying to do everything right, Judge. The offer is that if she pleads on case number 184669811, that's improper license or no license on person, the court would consider reducing that to fail to display and dismissing the other matters today.
All of the other matters?
Yes, Judge. She got a good deal because she's in compliance.
She got a really good deal. Very good. All right, Miss Allen. So you're gonna take care of business, right?
Yes.
All right, very good. You did get a very good deal. Let's do it. Raise your right hand for me. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give will be the truth and nothing but the truth? So help you God.
Yes.
Thank you. You may place your hand down. Mr. Ficus, you may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. Ma'am, you understand that in all of these matters, you have a right to a trial, correct?
Yes.
And you wish to waive that right and enter a guilty plea on one of the matters today, correct?
Yes.
Are you doing so freely and voluntarily?
Yes.
Has anyone forced you into doing this or promised you anything to get you to plead guilty today?
No.
Your Honor, I'm satisfied as to the constitutional waiver. May I do a factual basis?
Yes, you may.
Ma'am, on the date and time of this citation back in 2018, were you operating a motor vehicle in the city of Detroit?
Yes.
And when stopped by a police officer and asked to produce a valid license, you could not do so because your license was not valid at that time, correct?
Yes.
I'm satisfied, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. I'm satisfied as well. I'll accept your plea of guilty. I'm amending this charge to failure to display a valid operator's license. The remaining matters will be dismissed upon payment of fines and costs, so they will be adjourned for dismissal. Mr. Ficus, I'm ready for sentencing.
Thank you, Your Honor. My client did post my client did post a $900 bond so that she could be here today. She's trying to do the right thing, get everything in order. As I said earlier, she got her registration, got her insurance. It's valid through August. So we're happy that she's doing the right things at the right time, Judge. So I think any costs and fines, we'd ask that any costs and fines be taken out of the bond that she posted.
All right. So now, Mr. Ficus, you know, on those other matters, she's gonna have to pay those warrant costs, right? She'll have enough to cover it though. So, and that will be, we'll use the bond to cover those warrant costs.
Thank you,
And
Judge.
so for the matter that she's pled guilty on, I'm going to assess our cost at $250. The fine will be $75. The bond will be applied. She should have enough to pay for everything. So this matter should be closed out. And as long as she has enough bond, Ms. Mack, she should be able to get all of her dismissals today. She does have enough?
Yeah, she has a bond on each one of the cases.
All right, very good. Then she has enough to get closed out, right? All right, very good. So you'll get your dismissals on today, ma'am.
Okay, thank you.
You're in great shape. Continue to cherish that driver's license. Easy to lose, hard to get back, right?
Yes.
It is. All right. I wish you well, ma'am.
Okay, thank you.
All right. All right. Who are we ready on? Let me give me 1 second and just sign off on Miss Allen. And then, but you can tell me who we're ready on now.
Judge, there's a Shatera Ayers in the courtroom. She was in on my breakout room, but we were unable to communicate. So
I talked with her.
Oh, do you talk to her? I'm sorry.
It's okay. Attorney Fikens.
I'm
I
sorry.
picked up
All right.
exact right where you left off with her.
You-
She's ready.
Thank you so much.
She's ready?
She's
All
ready, Your
right,
Honor.
very good.
But Your Honor, I would ask for Clarence Arnold first, because Miss Ayers has a bunch of tickets.
Okay, let's go to Mr. Arnold. I gotta brace myself for you, Miss Ayers, so give me a second, okay? All right. Let me go to Mr. Arnold. All right, I have the following matters for Clarence Arnold. I have SP 122-2747, counts 1 and 2. Mr. Arnold, state your full name for me, please.
Clarence Washington Arnold before.
All right, thank you, sir, and still good morning to you.
Good morning to you too, Judge.
All right, what are we doing on Mr. Arnold?
Your Honor, there should be 2 charges for Mr. Arnold, unregistered motor vehicle and a license ticket. It's my understanding that the plea recommendation is that my client will plead missed.
Upon payment of fines and costs?
Yes.
All right, thank you. Now, I see a whole printout from Mr. Arnold. Did he have any other matters before this court?
I only saw the 2 matters that were
On the docket?
Yes, Your Honor. I only saw 2 matters on the docket. And that's all I went with the prosecutor on. There may be some old matters.
He has some other stuff outstanding?
Yeah, he got a warrant on a driver's license suspended. He got a warrant on a fire ordinance.
Yeah.
Can we
All right,
can we adjourn?
And he got a warrant on a 2015 ticket.
All right, you want to bring him back at 1:30, Mr. Griffin, Attorney Griffin?
No, I was
Well,
asking
now,
for
sir, don't you get an attitude with that attorney because you got a number of things outstanding at 36th District Court. And what Attorney Griffin knows about this judge is I will not take a plea and have you promised me that you're gonna tell the truth, you're gonna pay us money, and you still have outstanding things here that you haven't taken care of in the past. I don't let you do that. I don't even want to set you up for me to send you to jail. So I'm not gonna do that. We're gonna recall your matter. Mr. Griffin, I have a 12:30 bench meeting, so if you can work on it, get some stuff done, Ms. Mack can print out what's outstanding, and you can see if you can work something out before my bench meeting, but I'm going to my bench meeting at 12:30. I have to.
That's not a problem. And Mr. Arnold, it's just what it is today. You have other outstanding matters that weren't on the docket because some of them were in warrant status. So we're just going to try to do what we can. But worst case, you got to come back at 1:30. Okay, sir?
Okay.
All right. Thank you, sir.
All right, thank you, Mr. Arnold. I'm gonna remember that good attitude, because you know you gave Mr. Griffin that look.
No,
like
I'm at work, Your Honor. I'm at work.
All right, well, if
Somebody
you
was
need-
playing around. Somebody was playing around outside the window.
Oh, okay, all
That's
right.
what it is.
Cause all right, I'm just checking. I'm gonna remember how pleasant you were, though. I will. All right. So let's put you on mute and see what we can get done. Ms. Mack, if you could send that out to Mr. Griffin. And so this is for the attorneys. When you all have clients, if there's a printout in the file, let's make sure, Ms. Mack, that we let them know that their client has other things, because I just don't take pleas and let people promise me that they're firstborn and they haven't paid $25 from 10 years ago. I don't do it. And it's not my protocol. All right, so hold on, Mr. Arnold. We're gonna see what we can do, okay?
Okay.
All right,
And thank you, Your Honor.
all right.
So I guess
All
the
right.
next on the list is Miss Ayers.
I mean, you don't sound happy about Miss Ayers at all.
I
Mr.
talked to her.
Griffin,
I did talk to her.
Mr.
Oh.
Griffin, that's so out of character for you.
No.
It's
I
like,
talked to her. No, I did. She has 11 cases.
If we have to do Miss Ayers today, we gonna do it.
No,
Miss
we are.
Ayers, and she has a printout as well. Am I covering all the cases that are on this printout? She's got some default judgments.
Well, Your Honor, I will say this. I was, with all jokes aside, Miss Ayers been real nice. 8 tickets are being dismissed. and she's only pleading to 3. I don't know what's on the printout. If they're defaulted tickets, I would just ask those to be placed into a payment plan, unless unless there's an outstanding warrant.
All right, give me
But
a
I believe
second, Miss
okay.
Mack. Well, go ahead and get Mr. Arnold's stuff together.
Thank you,
I'll
ma'am.
I'll look at and see.
I'll give
Yeah.
you
So
to give for her. Who am I sending? I'm sending this to Mr.
Griffin.
I'm glad you know your name. It slipped my mind.
It's okay. So, and Miss Ayers, just to bring you up to speed, there were several matters on the docket, but there are also matters that were probably in default status that were not on the docket because they were old tickets. So you possibly owe money, not possibly, you owe money on some other tickets that were in default because they weren't taken care of, in like the 14-day or time frame. So just have a little patience, but okay.
all right. And so, Miss Mack, let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
When this printout comes and there are charges, but there is, let me make sure I'm getting right. There's no money attached to it. What does that mean?
That could mean a couple of things. That can either mean that it's a misdemeanor that has not been adjudicated. That's usually what it means if there's no money attached to it.
Okay.
Civil infractions always have money attached to it, always.
And is this the balance though? Or are they saying this was just the fine? How will I know if she has a balance?
That's probably the balance. I did do a new summary for her. So I don't know. Yeah, that is a 2-page. So.
Now, how did that come back 2-page?
I know. But see, the difference is I did a summary on her. The page that you have that's in the file, they do that based on the case number. I know. So some of that stuff on there.
Yeah, she's got a number of things, Mr. Griffin.
She did post a bond, I believe, of $1,300, and I believe that she believed that was all the matters that were outstanding. The warrants.
Yeah, she told me.
Hold on, Miss Ayers. Hold on, Miss Ayers. It's okay.
Okay, I need to just give me a second. There's a lot.
It is.
But then this is different from the sheet that you just gave me.
Wait a minute, did I give you the wrong person?
No, you gave me Anthony Askew.
Okay, sorry. I looked at the wrong name.
I just got a headache looking at this. I'm like,
because I got scared too.
Nah, I was about to say, now little lady,
sorry. Throw that away, please.
You almost Bonnie and Clyde over here at 3664.
I know, throw that away, please, ma'am. All these A's,
yes, I can understand it. They run together.
Yeah, okay, please forgive me. Throw that away, please.
Yes, ma'am, throw them. I put it back up there. I don't know if it's for somebody else. Okay. Is that somebody that's coming to see me?
Yeah.
That's your person? I'm intentionally not trying to look at Miss Riles.
I know, right?
Okay, what you need, Miss Riles?
Okay.
What, you needed something from me?
Yeah, but I can wait till tomorrow. I got court tomorrow.
You do? Okay. All right, because I've got to go to my meeting after this. All right. Miss Robs, what did you need while I'm looking at this? Yes, Miss Robs.
Today is Mr.
is Mr. O'Brien's 45 days. And I was coming down just to.
45 days.
To get the scram tether. which was ordered
Okay,
still for
okay.
45 days. So I'm coming down, Your Honor, requested that that we still follow up through with that, and that he is able to remove that device today.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Absolutely. Thank you, Ms. Robbs.
Absolutely. Have a good day.
Thank you.
And briefly, Your Honor.
Not two.
Just one thing. He did follow up, Richardson. I'm waiting on results. He followed up on yesterday.
Mr.
Richardson, he did follow up.
Okay, yes, and notice I didn't freak out because I know you were having a very busy day that day, and it happens in specialty court. So I just want you to hear that from my mouth to your ears.
Absolutely. Thank you, Your Honor.
You know how I am, though. I'll go in when I want to. I didn't on purpose. I didn't on purpose. All right.
Have a good day.
All right, you too. All right, so I think I have this figured out. I just need help with 3 things. No, yep, maybe. Okay, so on here, everything is accounted for. These 3 things, there's nothing out there. I need to know what's the status of those. And then this one, no standing, is that a parking ticket?
Yeah, that's a parking.
We don't do anything with that.
No.
So I just need, then, right? Yep, wait a minute. Yeah, because these are all clear. I'm clear on that.
Are these on our docket for today?
They are not.
They are not, okay.
So I need to know
All right,
what those
going
are.
on.
I think we have her squared away. She's not as bad as Mr. Arnold. Because I know he over there saying why she working on her stuff. All right. All right.
Okay, so these are scheduled for a later date with you, Judge. That's why they're not.
We don't want to do a later date. Mr. Griffin, she has 3 matters that are scheduled for later with me. Why can't we get her squared away today?
You said why? You want me to give you some reasons? Or are you saying? No, just tell me the court. Just if I know the court cases, it's just if I can get in touch with the prosecutor right now. That's all. Because I'm sending a
Who's
message.
our prosecutor, Mr. Rosenthal?
Yes, Your Honor.
I'm sending him a message now. Mr. Griffin needs you immediately.
Okay.
How about that?
Not a problem. And Your Honor, if I just can get those, whatever's outstanding, if I can just get those, I guess those
It
case
seems
numbers.
like it's those 3, and then she's got some civil infractions that she did not pay.
Okay, the civil infractions went into default. Correct, Your Honor? Am I correct?
Yes, but she owes money. So, you
That's-
know, we've got to set up something because I'm not going to give her dismissals until she's paid us.
Understood, Your Honor. Understood.
Those are those 3. I printed those 3
So,
out.
so if I can just get those 3, I'm going to send Mr. Rosenthal a email, and Mr. Arnold, I was submitting a revised recommendation request for Mr. Rosenthal also based for your tickets. Okay, Mr. Arnold. So.
All right, very good. And so, Mr. Griffin, when you say send them to you, let me tell you what the tickets are.
Yes, Your Honor.
They are recent tickets.
Yeah, I just sent it to them.
Oh, you sent them, she sent them to you. Look
I
at
sent
that.
the summary, and they have a box around them. When you see the email, you'll see a box around it. Those are the ones that are scheduled for a later date.
All right.
Okay,
So we
thank you,
gonna
Ms.
try to
Matt.
get everything filled out, done today. All right, I sent a message. You may try to reach out to Mr. Rosenthal as well. While you all are doing that, I see Attorney Burgess is on. Attorney Burgess, what's your matter that's before the court today?
I have Mr. Alamina, Your Honor. He needs to still do the driving class. He lost his credit card that he's going to use to sign up for it.
I'm sorry, I need the name. Hold on, counsel, before you go in. Let me get the name. Al Amin?
Yes.
Oh, not
Yeah.
counsel. Oh, hold on, counsel. Let me say this. I think your client last time when he left me, he cursed. And so, yes, he did. He let me quote him. He said, "This is bullshit." And he said that to me, counsel. And so I'm not really interested in giving any leeway to your client today. He's rude and he's disrespectful. And for whatever reason, he felt that he should have received some privilege in this courtroom that is beyond my understanding. He was smoking on my screen, and I said to him, "You can't smoke." And so he thought that it was appropriate because he was at work that he should have been given the opportunity to smoke on my screen. And that was his comment to me. So I'm not really interested in giving your client anything today. So your client is scheduled today. What are you asking me, counsel? Go ahead. I just want to make sure you know the behavior that your client engaged in.
And Judge, I was unaware. I'm sure the court knows that, but I was unaware of that.
Yes.
This is the first time I'm hearing about it. So I'm happy to speak to him about courtroom etiquette, Your Honor. Obviously, it seems obvious to me, but I'm happy to speak to him anyway. The judge, we met last time with the prosecutor. He wanted my client to take a driving class because of the alleged offenses here. And he was going to do that, but he lost his card and he ordered a new one, but he hasn't gotten it back yet. I was asking for an adjourned date so he could complete the class and resolve the matters in front of you.
And the officer is on furlough.
Okay, counsel, let me say this. If I'm looking at, this is for Muhammad Al-Amin, your client has a number of cases before him. He has a trial that was scheduled for drag racing today. However, the officer is on furlough. And so the trial won't be able to go on today. In addition, your client has a narcotic and drug violation that was scheduled for arraignments on today. So he has more than just driving matters on my docket. Are you aware of that?
Not the narcotics. I was aware of the trial today, but that was part of the trying to resolve it globally. Not with the drug case, but the other two. So I think there were other matters.
Okay, so do you need to speak with the prosecutor to see what you all can do, if anything?
Well, Judge, it was contingent on him completing the class for us to get a resolution. So that's why I'm asking.
Well, not on the drug violation. There would be no class that he could complete on that drug violation. He's gonna have to test for me today.
Yeah. Okay. What was the drug violation, Your Honor? I don't even know. I'm not even aware.
It just says narcotic and drug violation. Do you have his file? Is that his file?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, let me see if I can look at, counsel, I'll do that for you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Let's see you ticket. So according to the ticket, it says on, oh, here we go. This is September 28th that the defendant at Lafayette and Cass did violate Controlled Substance Act. Did violate the Controlled Substance Act. He had some pills with no markings. Appeared to be hydrocodone. And then a prazolone, or I can't make out, he wrote down the other name of the medication. Okay. So the prosecutor just came in.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So not just because I know you've been working this morning. Let me clarify. You just came into my courtroom. All right. So Mr. Burgess, on the trial matter, that matter is going to be adjourned because the officer is on furlough. The court has received verification of that. There were some other matters scheduled for pre-trial, and then there's the arraignment on the narcotic and drug violation. How do you want to proceed today?
Your Honor, I can arraign him today if the court is so inclined. And can we set pre-trials for everything else and just try to resolve it next time globally, or I'm not?
Well, the other matters are scheduled. There's so let me read them into the record, counsel, and I'll tell you what they're scheduled for. I have case number SP 118-4724. Count 1 is scheduled for a pretrial driving while license suspended. Count 2 is scheduled for pretrial for reckless driving. I have SP 120-0205. Count 1 is scheduled for trial for drag racing. That is going to be adjourned because of the officer being on furlough. Count 2 was scheduled for formal hearing, failing to signal when stopping. Count 3 is scheduled for formal hearing, defendant, and it says BFW. What does that stand for? I'm just looking at a summary. Okay, we'll look it up. I also have case number SP 120-0897. Count 1 was scheduled for formal hearing. driving with a defective mirror. Count 2 was scheduled for formal hearing, defective brake lights. And then I have U 594-46721, scheduled for arraignment, narcotic drug violation.
Okay, so Judge, the count 3, the charge is defective bumper, fender, or windshield.
Got it. Bumper, fender, or windshield was defective. All right, so counsel.
Your Honor, obviously the new one, I would need to see if there's even testing on the drugs. I have no idea if I can do my job. I would need to check that out first, obviously. So, and then the other two, the driving offenses, even though they're both misdemeanors, Judge, were the one that the prosecutor asked me to have him take a class on to try to resolve on both matters. The other stuff, the other tickets seemed to be tickets that he could probably show that they were repaired and get dismissed. But I don't know if that's been done or not. So,
Counsel, I don't know.
Okay. Can I arraign him today on the drug narcotics case, Judge?
Certainly, you should. It's scheduled for arraignment. Let me have your client place your name on the record, please.
Mohammed Elmin.
Thank you. All right, counsel. I don't know if you placed your appearance on the record. Let me have you do that, counsel.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. May it please this honorable court, David Burgess on behalf of Mohammed Alamin.
All right, thank you. And so, counsel, today is the date scheduled for arraignment on the narcotic drug violation. How are you proceeding?
Waive reading, stand mute, Your Honor.
All right, very good. You want to schedule this matter for pretrial, is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, as a term and condition of bond, your client must drug screen on today.
Okay.
And he must drug screen at one of the court-approved facilities. It will be either JAMS or ATS.
Okay.
And he must have those results must be reported from the facility to the court. That's a condition of bond today.
Understood.
All right, I will schedule that particular matter for a pretrial. Counsel, I'll go out to the 20. That's not good. I'll do the 23rd of March. Can you do March 23rd?
Yes, Your Honor.
2022, and I will put this on at 9:30 a.m. Counsel, your client's failure to get screened on today, if he does not go for screening today, then he needs to report in person at 36th District Court on March 23rd, 2022 at 9:30.
Yes, Your Honor. Does he have a choice which place he goes, or does the court direct him to one or the other? The
JAMS or ATS, both of those are court approved.
All right.
Okay, but he must go on today.
Okay.
All right.
The other pretrials, Judge, we put them on the same day.
I'm sorry. And then as for the trial, counsel, can we do the trial on March 23rd, 2022 as well?
I would prefer that if we could, Your Honor.
All right, I'll schedule that trial. However, that will be scheduled. I'll put it on for 9:30, but counsel, it's not going to go at 9:30. Not on a Wednesday. That's mental health court day.
All right.
Okay, so I don't know if you all are trying to work something out. It worked out for your client today that he didn't, he did not take the class as ordered or as requested by the prosecutor. Counsel, your client can come back next time and expect to get a deal without having had that class.
I know, he knows, and I've informed him of that, Your Honor.
All right, so we'll put all of the cases on for March 23rd, 2022. And again, I'm putting them on at 9:30. And if your client does not drug screen today, and it must be a full panel, screen. Must be done on today. If he fails to do that, he needs to report to the courthouse, to courtroom 133, on March 23rd, 2022 at 9:30 a.m.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. And Ms. Walker, just so you know, the prosecutor is in the courtroom. Attorney Shannon Walker, this is the gentleman that left my courtroom the last time and indicated to me this is bullshit. So I just want to put that on the record. All right, very good. I'll see you all on March 23rd. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Thank you for your patience, Attorney Burgess.
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you, Judge.
All right. That's what he said to me. I know, I've got to go. 3, 2.
You need something, Judge Matt said you need.
Yes. Oh, Miss Walker is here for Matt. Oh, that went right over my head. I'm sorry. For Mr. Rosenthal, Attorney Rosenthal.
Oh,
Yes.
because I
And
was,
so there are 2 people on that need some help. Mr. Griffin's client.
yeah, I sent the messages to Attorney Rosenthal. Attorney Walker, I can send them to you. I just need your email address.
Okay. Or you can text them to me, Mr. Griffin, whatever's easier. I do have my phone with me.
The email may be easier because I typed everything out.
Okay.
So can you? I don't know if you can put your email in the chat. Text it to me, and I'll just forward it to you.
So would it be easier if I just zoomed in from my phone?
Yeah, you would go in there. It's already set up.
Okay, let me zoom in.
It's already set up.
Yeah.
So you want them to come back out with her, Judge?
They're gonna have to, because I have to go to my bench meeting. And I have a 1:30 docket anyways. And so you did,
Your Honor, when you get a chance, I
yes.
do need to ask you something. It's regarding there's a matter scheduled for this afternoon. It should say so I don't know if I need to tell you now about a possible adjournment request.
No, because I'm not possibly adjourning. Why would we need to adjourn? That's why
It's not a trial. It's not a trial. It's the financial documents motion. That's what it is. And my client was sending me documents this morning. So that's the only thing. I don't know if you need I guess my question is, how does the court want the documents? Do you want me to send it to email to Ms. Mack?
Yes, absolutely. But why does she wait till the day is due? That's not a reason for me to adjourn because she didn't do what she was supposed to do.
Yeah, well, because I'm having to look through I guess I'm saying like I need time to look through what she sent me. So
I'm giving you a hard time, Mr. Griffin. Go on and take care of your other 2 people. I have to come back at 1:30, you all. I have to go to bench meeting today.
okay, and I'll just bring it up at the 1:30. Not a problem, Judge.
You're just trying to soften me up. All right, very good.
Okay.
All right, court is in recess. You all work through. And if I get out a little bit early, I'll certainly come on and join you all, okay?
Sure, that's no problem, Judge.
And Judge,
All right, wonderful.
I'm bidding goodbye, Judge. I'm on my way out, so.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Mr. Fikens. We appreciate you.
I'll thank you, Judge. Appreciate you. Thank you.
All right.
Bye-bye.